Hi, and welcome to Misadventurers League.
Hello.
The D&D stream takes place in Vo'Rys, our planet. I am your DM, Mo Dungeons. And you guys with me are, as always, the Misadventurers, the delightful Casey, the amazing Tony,
now with his very own get-rich-quick schemes.
and as always, the lovely Anna. Bear with me tonight, I'm a bit cold, so my voice may go in and out a little bit, so I appreciate you guys' patience with that.
But it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm a little bit
Well,
off
I'm
tonight.
towering on for us. You're just the best. Let's hear it from us.
But I did miss our normal line, which is where the rules are made up, or the world is a made up fantasy, and the rules are more like guidelines.
Hey, there we
I
go.
am having a rough night.
And now it's real, guys. And now
Just
it's real.
shaking it
What's
up.
happening?
We went to Bulgaria last week.
So last week, we did a one shot. This week we're going to be catching up with our normal campaign with our normal adventurers, Seb, Jiik, and Brutalia.
Oh boy.
And last time we left off, you guys had just cleared out a cave section and what turned out to be a hidden lair of a wizard Vo'Rys.
Wizard Blair, yes.
You guys found there a writ on one of the dead goblins. Seemed like he was a goblin of some notoriety within the Tomb Chain clan.
Tomb Chain.
And you guys also found, Jiik, a book that seemed to almost speak to you in some form. Your divine person that you get your power from, the Pale Knight, really seemed interested in obtaining this item.
She vexed me, man.
But you guys have not been able to figure out what this tome is or what purpose. In fact, the black chain around it, you guys can't figure out how to get through that.
It. And she couldn't open it at all either,
Nope.
right?
She was concerned, for sure.
So after that, you guys had headed back to Krasmir, the town nearest you guys, as it happened to be pretty close to where you were. You guys resupplied and asked people about something that was in that writ that you had found on the goblin, a place called the Dreads, or the Deadlands.
And then the Lake
Nith.
Myth.
Yep. Lake Nith. And you guys have been told that that's a place of legend, a place where an old family had lived there.
Oh, that's right.
There was part worshipping of some kind of a deity, and most people suspect that that's probably the cause of what happened to them and why the land is now dead.
We think they summoned something.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The land there is a barren wasteland, lots of fog and things like that. Nothing really grows there. But as you guys were making your way to this place, Seb noticed some movement in the little bit of foliage that was left, and a strange creature with a bright red cap came flying out, and it seemed hell-bent on killing Jiik and obtaining that item that you guys had just found, this tome. You guys were able to beat the creature down in submission, and you guys ended up tying it up to a stump,
As we
tree
do.
stump. And at this point, Brutalia, you are wielding your knife, or your axe, excuse me.
My ex. It's like it's multi-tool.
Is a multi-tool. And as you guys look at this creature, it is tied up. It's bloodied. Although you do see cuts and wounds on the creature, you don't see it bleeding out. You do notice that its red cap seems to be a lot more muted in color than what it normally would be when you guys first started attacking it. Looking at the creature, it looks almost gnomish, but with very twisted features. Its eyebrows go off and curl in twisted ways. Its teeth are all jagged and pointy.
Ugh.
Its eyes black pitch in the center. They just gleam with a dark energy. It has these strange iron boots that almost seem like they are part of the creature, not something that it wears, and strange spikes that seem rusted, bloodied almost, are on this creature's feet. And its weapon, a really crazy looking scythe that is now on the ground. The creature stirs. Who are you? I need that book and I need to go.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're not in a position to make demands, sir.
What do you want the book for?
My master wants it. He sent me here.
What does he want it for? And who is your master?
It's not my place to question the master what he wants with the book. He sends me out, I get the book.
Is it Zeth?
No. Who is Zeth? My master is Vadarin.
Seb looks down and writes a quick note.
You guys would know that name.
Veterans
Yeah.
from the freaking puzzle. Mm-hmm.
The freaking puzzle.
And what does he want with this book? We already discussed. Okay. How about
No.
why would he send you?
He sent me to test you. If I was able to get the book, then
Clearly we passed.
no problem.
Where did he send you from? Where are you from?
I'm a magical construct. He summoned me, sent me. I don't know where he is.
You're... What?
I'm from a magical realm. He summoned me here.
He's...
He made him with magic.
Look, I have to kill something or I go back to my home. If I fail...
Oh.
Is your home so terrible that you don't want to go back?
No, but I have a mission here to complete. I'm going to get that book.
Pretty
How?
sure that's not going to happen.
You're tied to this tree, and I have my axe at your throat.
Then go ahead and kill me. I'll just come back.
Oh, so if we kill you, you come back.
Clearly we should just leave him tied to the tree.
You should knock him out first.
No,
Give
let me
us a
go.
little more
Let me
time.
go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
Oh, yes,
I
totally.
can,
We're going to let you go.
I can stuff, like, rag in his mouth and tie him up and just carry him on my back. That way he
No.
can run.
Can you cut his arms off so that
He
he
starts
can-
like thrashing, like when you guys are talking about just leaving him.
I
He
take-
starts really not liking that.
I take my hand and, like, grab him around the throat. Pin him to the tree.
He's trying to struggle against you, but
I'm going to
feebly.
lean over to Brutalia.
What do we do with this thing? He's squiggly warm right now.
Well, it's like desert land, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
We could bury him up to his neck. That would keep him in place for a while.
I still get to stuff his mouth full of rag, though, right?
If that's all he wants.
I think that is a
I
given.
think that's okay.
Okay.
Yes. Does he hear us talking? Because we're kind of whispering to each other.
If you guys are saying this, if you guys want to, seclude yourselves, you
I
can.
feel like lean away while still having that.
I mean, he may still be able to pick up bits and some of that, but he seems very resistant to the idea of you guys leaving him somewhere.
Should we ask him what he knows about this book first?
He already says he doesn't know.
I know, so what use do we have of you? We can't kill you, like you said. You come back, you find us, and we'd have to do this whole thing over again, find another tree to tie you to. So we bury you. We leave you here.
I need the Unatani.
Una what now?
That's what my master refers to the book. Unatani, Unatni, if you guys need to know how to write it.
U-N-A-T-N-I.
T-A-N-I, sorry.
T-A-N-I.
So believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I spelled it right the first time.
Wow, and I spelled it wrong.
No comment.
That's because I got that
You got that
headband
head
of
intellect.
intellect.
Wicked smart now. Wicked smart.
Are there boulders around, like large rocks?
There would be, yeah. You guys could find rocks large enough to do what you guys are doing.
And he's tied to a tree.
Yes.
I would like to make sure that even his head is snugly snapped against the tree before we go.
Okay.
We should search him first. And I'm picking up that scythe. I'm going to stow that and see.
Okay. Yeah, you take the scythe. It's nothing special. On the creature, you find nothing. He literally does not carry anything. He's got pants on, but he's got nothing other than his scythe.
And those crazy boots. Hey, where did you get these boots?
They're part of me.
Excuse me.
They're part of you, like my arm is a part of me.
Yes.
So I can't just take them off you.
Not without taking my legs, no.
So I could cut off your legs and take your boots with me, is what you're saying.
I don't think we want him to bleed out.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
All right.
Let's
Yeah, take my boots.
get to burying this guy.
No.
Yeah.
Don't
Bury.
bury me.
I want to bury him from the neck up. Or from the neck down, I mean. Just his head in the sand!
Okay.
He dies in seconds.
Yeah, you guys can
Shoot.
to do that. You guys could definitely take the time, tie the ropes tight enough so he's secure. Are you guys gonna dig the hole like in front of him? Like, how are you guys?
But why not? Or unless
We'll dig it not in front of him until we decide to put him in it.
But I think you should watch this.
So you guys are watching
Maybe
him.
think about kind of information you may have that you're not sharing. I mean, he does seem kind of stupid.
Don't get told any information from. He just told me.
Well, then how did you know what?
He told me what you looked like and set me after
He
you.
knew what Jiik looked like.
Yes.
How do you know what I look like?
What have you done?
I don't know.
He can see where the book is. That's how he's been tracking you. That's how I knew exactly where to find you.
Put
He
it
told
in
me
the
where
bag.
you were.
Okay.
Your secret bag where you hide
He
things.
summoned me here.
Doesn't have magic and you unless
We can
you
put
know.
we can put it in the bag. That might keep it from prying eyes.
Okay.
We're gonna put the book in the bag.
It resists it.
We're not going to put the book in
The
the
book
bag.
does not want to go into the bag
I'm
of
going to
holding.
push really hard.
Yeah, I'm going to go and push really hard, like veins bulging in the neck hard.
You push is with all your might, and it is like pushing against a brick wall. It is not moving.
Well,
In fact, there's a couple times like you go to push it and it just kind of whoop, slips out, and you drop it on the ground and pick it up.
it's like putting two magnets together.
Right? Yeah,
with the same
exactly.
polarity.
They resist each other very powerfully.
Oh.
That book does not want to go
Okay.
into a magical space.
Well, shoot.
The book's not going in the bag.
Well, I suppose then I'll just carry it, but... Okay.
Shall we dig?
Yeah, let's... I say we start digging.
Okay,
He's not that big. It shouldn't take long.
you guys start digging.
We
Yeah.
start digging a hole.
Straight down.
Does
Yes.
anyone have a shovel? Or are we just
So he's like
doggy
gnomish.
digging?
So I mean, like a 2-foot hole would probably be deep enough for you guys.
And then I want to surround him with boulders so passerby would not see him. And after you've stuffed that rag in his mouth.
It's a very good idea.
Okay. Let's say it takes you guys probably a good hour to get the hole dug and get everything ready. Who's gonna be handling the creature?
I will be handling the creature.
Okay. So as you guys are
I'll oversee it.
I will give her guidance.
okay, as you guys are taking the creature from the tree, I need you to give me an athletics check against it because it
With
is going
guidance.
to resist you.
Because ugh,
Yeah.
whatever.
Better than nothing.
It rolled a 9, so if you beat that,
Well,
Oh
well,
yeah, I
yes.
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, without any
So, yeah.
modifiers.
yeah, it rolled a 5. So it's not very
Yeah,
strong.
+4 to strength, my
It
God.
does.
That was
Doesn't have a belt on.
18. I can math.
You can math.
I can math.
Yeah, you easily subdue the creature. It's kicking its boots at you, but you're able to.
I'm just like holding
She's
it.
holding like at an angle,
like
so it
this.
can't
Do
really.
you got
get
that
at you.
alright, Brutalia?
Oh yeah,
And
he's just
you
like like
stuff him
baby
in the hole.
kitten.
Baby kitten.
You stuff him into the hole.
You say
You
funny
guys
things.
start.
As I stuff rag into his mouth, though,
Okay.
I'm holding him like kittens. Sometimes they bite or they scratch, so very carefully. Shove the rag.
And then you just shove it in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright.
It does take a couple snaps at you, but it rolled really crappy, so it's not gonna hit you with its bites.
Should we
Oh,
tie
I'm
some
sorry.
rope around it so that
Yeah,
he
maybe.
can spit it out?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Tying some rope, like a little piece of rope around
So
it.
are you guys doing that before you put him into the hole, or are you guys
Put him in the hole first and
put him
then
in the hole and then
figure that part
bury
out.
all in, then stuff the rag in his mouth, tie it? I'd say with all that, you guys have probably spent about 2 hours here total getting everything situated, but you guys do have him now buried up to his neck in a hole with rag stuffed in his mouth, a little bit of rope tied around that so he
Yeah.
can't spit it out, and you guys have put boulders up to where anybody walking by would not
Good.
Yes.
see him.
It's as you said before in the shops in town. Quality take time,
Yeah.
right?
Quality
He has
takes
been-
I understand now.
The whole time that you guys were like burying him up, he was begging and pleading you guys to try to let him go,
I'm sure he was.
but falling on deaf ears.
You heard it once, you heard it 1,000
I mean,
times.
you can only try to kill somebody so many times
I
before
mean,
he
yeah,
just
what
don't
happens?
give a crap.
We let him go. He finds us again. We do this whole thing all over again. It's
Exhausting.
yes.
All right.
You know, someday I'd like to do a job that didn't end with them begging for their lives. Someday.
So that's
So
all
with
of
that-
our dreams.
So much.
What are you guys gonna do now? You guys want to keep heading into the Deadlands?
Off
Suppose
we
so.
go.
All right. So just
So long, friend.
bye. He doesn't even know what his name is.
Deuces.
No,
I'm gonna call him Friendo.
Friendo.
So long,
Hi, Friendo.
I'm
Friendo.
going to call him Pussycat.
Aww.
Meow.
I'm to call him nothing.
So as you guys continue on moving through the area, you guys start getting a very acrid, almost like kind of alkaline smell. in
Oh,
the
Jiik,
air.
come
Do you
on.
think that's the...
Sorry, my brimstone's up again.
The lake is acid, right? Isn't that what they said? It eat you?
The ground here is even drier than where you guys have been before. Parched, cracked. The eerie quiet stretches out before you guys. And stepping out onto the earth, it crunches underneath your feet as you feel it kind of sink about a half inch with every step.
This is getting
Small
bad.
puffs of dirt waft off of every step you take. Drifting along like an uncountable army of apparitions, the fog undulates, almost
So-
like it's breathing.
So fog has gotten thicker here.
Oh yes,
Okay.
you guys are now in
This
the
is maybe
Deadlands,
when
pretty
we,
sure.
Sorry to say this, Chewbacca, but I have a bad feeling about this.
My name is Brutalia. I don't know Chewbacca. Is he a friend of yours?
Don't sue us, Disney.
So
love you.
Are there any
wasn't-
signs of Lake Nith? It would be a large body of water.
You guys haven't
It
seen
doesn't-
any signs of any lakes yet,
Okay.
and you guys haven't really seen, outside of your guys' footprints coming into this
No
area,
tracks.
everything around you just looks untouched.
Terrific.
No, I mean, I feel like we're heading in the right direction, but
things are definitely getting worse. So
is there anything we can do to figure out where we are? I mean, do you guys want me to see if I can get a higher approach on what's going on?
I'm just worried about getting
worth a
separated
shot.
in the fog. But
Well,
You
okay.
go a little.
How about you tie a rope to my foot? Don't yank me down, though.
Seb, you start hearing a strange humming sound.
I can definitely tie a rope to your foot.
Can't tell what
I
direction
can't
it's
promise I
coming
won't
from.
yank you down.
It's hard to
feels
tell,
like
but it
you're
seems like
flying
it's
up.
coming from like on your right hand side.
I would kind of give them like the halt signal and then point that direction. And once I start walking that direction, I assume that they'll understand.
Yes. Everybody give me
Okay.
stealth checks.
Sneakily.
Triple advantage. Can I roll 4 dice?
What gives you triple advantage?
Nothing. Nothing does. It's just my
He's Jiik
imagination.
Charleston, ladies and gentlemen.
It's just my
If you
imagination.
can convince me what gives you triple advantage, I'll give it to you.
I'm a fire trucking tiefling, so
19.
Nah. 18?
fighting 17.
15.
15? Hey,
Well
all
done.
really good.
Sneaky little.
Um,
Wow.
As you guys are
Guide you.
definitely moving,
Yeah.
Seb, you were the one that first notices this since you're kind of the one that's leading this. You see a strange, glowing orb. One at first, then a second, and then a third. They're moving through the fog. You see strange green auras off of these creatures as they're moving about. They don't seem to have noticed you yet, but they're very close, and they look like they're kind of just patrolling about the area.
Okay, I'm gonna halt them again, and as I point, we should try to let them pass.
Said the will of the wisp.
I don't know.
Do you know what that is?
Not those real things. I
I'm
mean,
gonna
this
try to
is
just
just-
sit still and see if they go on their merry way.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Everybody go ahead and give me stealth checks again as you guys are going to try to move.
Oh, jeez.
Got it.
Getting to myself.
Well, mine's a 15.
Getting on
Okay.
myself.
I should have just let it fly off the table.
What-
That's bullshit.
What did you get?
I do.
Whew.
I got a
So
10.
5.
10? Okay.
5.
As you guys are trying to make your way, you guys are not really familiar with this terrain yet. And stepping through, you guys do crunch on some things. And you guys do notice that those 3 creatures seem to whirl around and they move towards you.
I'm gonna use my reaction to give them a disappointed look.
These strange crystalline objects fly in towards you guys. Almost like a purplish yellow structure. A green eye almost thing moves around in it, darting around looking at you as they seem to just move around you. They don't seem like they're doing anything aggressive.
But they know we're here.
A strange green aura is like licking off of them, almost kind of like a fire almost, but it seems to just dissipate into the fog a little bit. Brutalia, as you're standing there, one of them begins to approach slowly towards you. And it gets to about 2 feet from your face. It is a strange, not symmetrical shape, crystal, and the eye, the little green eye, is just staring right at you. And it's just moving slowly towards you.
Into the one eye.
Yep, and the one eye's getting closer. And it's now about a foot from your face.
Guys,
Don't let it touch you.
I guess I'll try to dodge out of the way if it comes close
It's
enough.
moving very slow. It's not fast.
What happens if I step to my side a little?
It moves with you. And as it's about 6 inches from your face, you see a strange, you guys see this, not so much you from your perspective, but you guys see a weird orange light emit from it as it moves down Brutalia
Fucking scanning me right now,
and
bro?
then back up.
You serious, bro?
As this is happening, you guys feel the ground begin to rumble underneath you as you see a strange creature bust from the ground, and you see 3 whirlwinds of arms that look just like dirt and rubble flinging around as you watch one of those creatures get smacked by it. At this point, the creatures begin to turn and attack, shooting like little beams at this rock creature that popped out. I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh dear.
Holy shit balls! Oh,
Apparently that's a thing.
darn, I don't know what I want to do though.
So, Brutalia has 1 there.
This is gonna be
One's gonna be here. One's gonna be right here. And the
Got
rock
map
creature
Did
came...
you want the map on? Yeah.
Yeah, we can go ahead and put the map up.
Do you want to do
Whoa.
big map?
Do the big
I'll
one.
do the big map. If you guys want.
Yeah.
Look at that
fucking map!
Alright, so, Brutalia,
20.
20. Jiik,
19.
19. Seb,
7.
Huh?
Freaking 4, man.
Alright. And with
Say
that,
something so that I can give you the contents.
Brutalia, you will be first on deck.
God damn it.
Got this, girl.
Okay, and so this thing has turned from me now, right?
Yes.
It's going towards this big creature?
Our target is the rock creature.
Yes.
I think.
Okay. I don't know what to do about the thing that was in front of my face.
I'm going to try to put this other light on the map because I think it's still too dark.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. So I don't have... Ooh, it looks so nice.
Looks a lot better.
Wow, look at that, guys. So I don't have the the creature that I don't know what it is in front of me.
No,
right?
you still have one of those crystalline creatures in front of you, and as that creature comes up, it stops what it's doing and spins
leaves.
about.
Okay, so it's... I can get around it?
Yeah, you
Probably?
can. Yeah, you can get around it. It doesn't seem interested in you at this point.
Well, I had no idea what to do with little scanny magic thing, but I know what to do with a giant, weird monster. So she's going to go charging at it, hammer in one hand, and
Okay.
try to make it. Once
To the-
and twice.
Elemental.
Yeah.
It's
Rock
hammer
creature?
time.
All right.
It's hammer time.
So you come in, bring in the hammer in.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll for your attack.
Oh, as a bonus action,
Indeed.
I would like to rage.
Mm-hmm.
So reckless first attack
Okay.
is going to be 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay.
You guys see Brutalia just quickly, as soon as that creature comes out and smacks one of those crystalline creatures,
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
just comes flying with the hammer.
Yeah. At the
Want me to put the hammer
elemental.
down?
Yep.
Yeah, so first one with one is 14 damage.
14 damage.
And I think I'm just going for the base of it right now. Does it have legs? Like, what is this?
So right now, at this point, it's just popped out. Like, there's a bunch of earth, and then you see 3 arms that it's, like, wheeling out.
Then I'm going for the, like, arms.
Okay.
So, 14 damage on the first one. Second attack is a crit.
Oh, boy.
Oh dear.
So roll that super crit.
No, but that's okay. Because that means I get to roll 3 dice.
3 dice.
Thanks to my savage attacks. So that's 10, 12, 17 damage on
Holy
the
crap.
second.
17 damage. All right.
Yeah, so just a quick whop, whop with the hammer.
Okay, so the creature. You guys watch Brutalia come in with the hammer, bringing it in, smacking the creature. You watch as like some of its rocks get blasted out. As soon as that happens, they scatter on the ground. You watch another arm erupt from the creature.
Oh, fuck.
Does it have any kind of feature that you would assume was the face?
So if you guys, seeing the creature, what you guys initially see of it is 3 arms. You guys see a gaping maw open up.
Okay.
And you see 3 yellow eyes. Each eye seems to be tracking one of the creatures.
Okay.
The creature itself seems interested mostly in those but now that you guys are attacking
Okay, so the
it
elemental's looking at the floaty spectral
Yes.
crystal things.
It is tracking, it seems like the eyes are tracking those.
Yeah, we should have ran.
Should we have run?
Okay, and that will bring us to Jiik.
So I see a struggle of my teammate here, Brutalia, and I see the 3 eyes. Yeah, you moited it. Yeah.
I'm just being a bitch.
And I start to focus on those, and I jump in the air and I gather energy as my eyes roll back in my head and they gloss over whites, and I gather this electrical energy into my hands, both hands, and I pull them together, and I final flash this bitch, and I cast Witch Bolt.
All right.
Straight at the eyeballs.
Ow!
And that is an attack, right?
It is an attack roll. 14 to hit.
14 does not. So as you fire the Witch Bolt out, it almost seems like the energy just crackles off the side of the creature as it doesn't latch on. All right. And that's it for Jiik?
That's it.
All right. It is the creature's turn. It is going to make an attack against the orb creature that is there. And that is going to hit, which is going to be very bad. Okay, you guys watch as this first one receives a massive crack from the rock creature. As that crack happens, you watch the whole thing just shatter into pieces as you guys watch a strange black glow drift out of it into the air. Now that is gone, it turns its attention towards Brutalia, since you are attacking it. And it's going to make another attack with advantage. And the first attack is going to be a 20 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be 4 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then you watch as the rock opens up into a mouth as its mouth tries to come around and grab you. Did you do a reckless on your second? It's reckless.
All reckless, baby.
All right.
Reckless all day.
That's right.
That's what she's all about. 17 rounds yet.
17's gonna hit.
Bloody
It
hell.
does, indeed.
Okay.
I
As
do
you guys
have
watch, you guys watch this mob on this creature open up and grab onto almost the entire torso of Brutalia. That is 18 points of piercing damage.
Fuck! Good thing I reached.
No.
As you are now in the mouth of this creature. And that will bring us to
That wouldn't
Sib.
trigger my danger sense.
We'll run up and
I'm reaching.
stab at it.
I'm
I don't
reaching.
want
I'm gonna run up and stab
Run up
it.
and stab it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't.
Woo, 19. So 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
No, you can't die. As long as I'm alive, you can't die. It's okay. I got you, girl.
Did you have it? Because it was...
I did.
1, 4, huh? Blah. So it's 6, 10 piercing damage.
Super low.
10 piercing?
Yeesh.
Okay.
You'll know.
And I would like to
My
use
focus area will
my
come back up once with 1 hit point.
bonus action
Okay.
to give Master of Tactics to Jiik, and I'm going to do it by scooping a handful of dirt and throwing it at the eye that would have line of sight with Jiik. Try to disrupt its vision a little bit.
Oh, Brutalia is so proud
So
of
you guys
his
watch
such
you up.
fighting trick.
You guys watch Seb come running up, bringing his first dagger, slashing into the creature. He does find some purchase. As you knock the rocks out of it, you do see like some of it scattered to the ground. As you do that, you also bring up your offhand, scooping up a handful of dirt, lobbing it into the eye that you think would be targeting at Jiik.
Where'd it go?
And Jiik, you now have advantage on your next attack.
Master of Tactics.
Very nice, very nice. Should we leave the big map up the whole time, or do you think we should go to...
That's up to you guys.
Now that we've seen the map, maybe we should focus on our pretty faces, because, I mean,
They looked at that fucking map.
we're pretty amazing.
We do have our...
It's not fun.
So now it
Character
is
sheet.
Yeah.
the orb creature's turn.
Now with tax.
The orb, this one here is going to move over to here. This one here is going to slide around this way. And they both make attacks on the creature. A 9 and a 16. One of them hits. Okay. Alright, and that is their turn, and that's going to bring us back to Brutalia. Brutalia.
So I'm in this thing's mouth right now.
Correct.
Not for long, you've got this, girl.
You can try to muscle your way out, or just attack it with your hand.
Well, I had my hammer in my hand, so is my hammer in here too?
It's like, it would be basically like this part of you is in his mouth. So like your head would be in there, so you could wail on it with your free hand.
Okay, so hammer is in free hand on outside?
Mhm.
Oh my
Then I'm definitely going to just bring the hammer up as hard as I can on it twice, recklessly,
Okay.
to try and get it to open its mouth and spit me out. That is
That's so covered.
so good. That was worse.
Ooh,
First one is a 10 to hit.
So you go to hit, and like you're not bringing it up with enough force to make an impact on the creature.
What do you want from me? I'm half eaten by this thing. Second one, 212, so 17?
17 will hit. The second
All
time
right.
you bring it up with a lot more fervor, smashing into the
I
creature.
got my bearings with first one. I realized, little to the left. And that will be 14 damage.
Nice.
Let me waste my time. I'm gone.
Alright, so the second one you bring in, smashing the creature. You guys watch as like a spray of rocks fly off the creature. But Brutalia is still in the creature's mouth.
Yeah, that's all I can really do, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright.
Jiik?
Alright, so I'm still, a few feet in the air. I'm going to kind of float over to the side where I get the most purchase. And I'm going to...
How high up are you in the air?
Like maybe 5 feet. Not
Oh,
far.
okay.
Just enough to look cool.
Just enough to kind of take some of the, take some of the inertia away from the ground so that I could really focus on my spells. Anyways.
We'll just put you on this then.
All this earth in my way.
There we go. That looks good. So now that I've got a good shot, I'm going to pull up and I'm going to aim. I'm going to pull the 007. I'm going to look down at this creature and I'm going to say, "Foul beast! Let's go, my friend." And I'm going to aim and I'm going to fire.
The Eldritch Finger Blast.
The Eldritch Finger Blast.
All right.
Enjoy my finger blast, you foul fiend.
60% of the time works every time.
Hey, what is your roll?
It is a 22.
That will hit.
Yay! Yay.
Yeah, it's not a one.
The game without often 6 damage.
How much?
6 whole damage.
Woo! Wee!
Rolled a mighty 2.
Oh,
So you guys watch
wait.
Jiik fire that out. You do see like a burn mark across the creature and a few
It was
rocks do
super
scatter off.
badass.
I know. It's great.
Super badass.
It does look like it took the damage, but
Take
Brutalia is still within its mouth.
Take that damage, bitch.
Has it lifted me off the ground? Like, are my feet kicking in the air?
Not yet, but it's its turn.
Okay. Oh shit.
Good to
So
give him ideas.
Oh god damn it.
It is going to. You feel its mouth open a little bit, and it makes another bite against you.
Oh no.
Which is going to be 12 to hit, but that's not going to hit. So,
Oh yeah.
As it
Goes
opens
with
up its
advantage?
mouth, as it's opening its mouth, you take that opportunity and you duck out,
That's for the advantage.
and you just
Really
feel the wind of the mouth
I
crushing,
got you.
and you just get this waft of like mud and just dirt
Also much
in its
better.
mouth.
Am I still on my feet or did I fall back
No,
because
you're
of
still
it?
on your feet. It just missed the attack with you, but it does have another attack, which is going to be the hand as it's biting. You see the hand come flying in towards you, Jiik,
Alright.
which is going to be a 13 to hit.
Yeah, I missed by
You
one.
mean Sam?
Hey!
7.
Okay.
God, I'm having a horrible night. I'm sorry.
You're
But
having a
we can
great
put name
night.
tags
You're
instead of having them
fantastic.
on the screen.
we should get little nameplates like it's our office.
But it does miss with its attack. So you watch the claws just graze in front of your face like, oh,
Grand Slam.
whew, great slam. And that brings us to Seb.
I will stab at thee again.
All right,
No one stabs at me and gets away with it. That's 24
bring
to
your
hit
dagger
now.
in. It's gonna hit
18, 7, 19. 24.
24 damage.
24 to hit.
Oh, he's like, okay. He's like, jeez.
So I'd love to do 24 damage.
You're level 3.
7, 9, 13 piercing.
Well, I mean, I
Pretty
didn't-
good.
I didn't doubt you for
Really
a
good.
second if that was. I would have believed you.
And what are you
You
gonna do?
said-
Your bonus action?
I am
It's,
going to
it's,
do my bonus action again.
He does this thing. It's
Okay.
called killing
So you
people.
guys watch Seb again, bringing his dagger and clawing at the creature. Makes a nice gash into it again, spraying rock debris.
He's a fucking artist, that one. Jeez.
He's good with his daggers.
And I'm on its right, so I'm saying it's weak on its right as I give Master of Tactics advantage to Jiik.
All right. And with that,
This guy.
it is the strange crystalline creatures' turns.
Get 'em,
who
creatures.
are going to make attacks against the creature again.
Yeah, see? Good job making friends with them. By not attacking them.
One of them
Classic
hits.
staring contest.
All right, and that is their turn. That brings us back to Brutalia.
Okay. Well, I did hear Seb say he's weak on the right, so I am going to take my new boots and stop goofing with them. I'm going to kick him as hard as I can. Twice on the right side.
What?
Oh,
Twice.
No more
Okay.
new boot goofing? Oh.
Yeah.
New boot goofing.
There's
All right.
no more goofing with these new boots.
So go ahead and make your attacks.
Obviously, recklessly.
two tie kicks.
Kill.
Scheiße. Oh, wait. It's unarmed. So that's 16 to hit?
16 just hits.
Fuck yes!
As you guys
Okay.
watch Brutalia's first kick
Boom.
land right in the side of this creature.
Alright,
Where
and
Seb
the
has been
second
digging his
one
daggers
is an
through.
18.
And that will
So
hit as well.
But
that's
what
a
we call
total
the
of
what for.
16 damage from
Damn.
my fine fucking feet.
Alright.
Boy.
Okay. Yeah, the creatures now, you guys watch dust and stuff scatter. It looks like it is starting to look a little bit like it's falling apart, like more debris is falling off of it.
Good.
Jiik, it is your turn.
With advantage.
Alright.
With advantage.
Guess who has advantage? It is this guy. This guy. So I'm going to take this opportunity to, since I have my left hand loaded, because I shot from my right hand, I'm going to...
Oh!
Left hand time.
I'm
Yes!
not messing around anymore. It's the golden gun.
The golden gun from 007. Do
And,
it.
and what I'm going to do is I'm going to find at least one of the 3 eyeballs inside of his mouth, because I can see it through the gap in his teeth. I got this. This is going to happen, folks. And that is not a crit.
Pretty good, though.
Pretty good, though.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad, you guys.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. Seriously.
Ooh.
Pretty
It's a
good.
really good hit.
It's going to be hot fire.
Hot
The
fire.
hot fire.
Yes.
Hey, better than a 2.
12 damage.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right. So you guys do watch from his left hand this time. Jiik fires the Eldritch Blast. You do see it hit the creature. It does seem to hit it in the eye, so its eye is shut currently. So it does take the full amount of damage.
Awesome. I'm gonna use. I'm like 20 feet from them.
About that, yeah.
So I'm gonna fly in
20 feet up at an angle.
quickly with my necklace, and I'm gonna touch it to Brutalia.
Okay, so you fly in, get low enough where you can get to Brutalia. We'll just say you're pretty close to the ground now.
Going to touch it to her.
Is that the
When you
refresh?
touch it to her, you receive full hit points. if I
That's
remember
that
right.
bolo.
The bolo.
It's my
Take your
bolo.
bolo
You're
off.
gonna fly by me and brush the bolo.
So
As
I
I'm
would
coming down, you
say,
should pull it.
actually, I would say for that, that would probably be an action for you to do that.
Is it
Okay.
an
Not a
action?
bonus action because you're administering it to somebody else.
That's true.
So
I mean, I guess you
Yeah.
could slam into
you
me,
could
but
get to her, but the actual taking the bolo and touching it to her is
I'm
going to be
not
an
that
action.
Unfortunately, I can't afford that because I've already done my action. So
Yeah.
I'll stay in the air then.
Are you going to stay?
I did
are you
have
gonna,
a question
Are you going to
for
fly
you.
to her?
How do you
No.
reload your hand?
Well, I had one hand and it was loaded. The
Yeah,
other one,
but-
I was pulling
so
energy
now-
into. So
Oh,
while I'm
okay.
aiming, I'm pulling energy into the other one. It's like this though, like with my pinky.
I
And
didn't know
just
if you
transfer
had
it.
actual bullets that you were.
It's like I wrap the rubber band
You
around
your
my
finger
pinky.
raise. Just finger raise when you pull the thumb back.
Okay. All right.
That's how you know it's cocked.
Gives a whole new meaning to the word cock.
Okay. On that, the creature disappears. You guys just watch it into the ground, just a puff of dirt.
What happens to Brutalia?
You
She's out
guys,
of
I
there.
escaped.
but you guys don't get opportunity attacks because it disengages from you as it does this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It pops up here.
Oh, what? No, Orby thing.
What's
It makes 2 attacks on that creature.
You think they would just fly higher? She
Both
already has
hit.
advantage and everything.
Because I'm gonna do something that doesn't require it.
Okay.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
If it
You're
was-
the only one that I can give advantage.
Oh,
She
you
would
can give it to
get.
me if you want.
Unless
She
I'm.
had
You guys
advantage.
watch the creature erupt from the ground, and as it does, in one move, comes spiraling out, all 3 of its arms, grabbing that crystalline creature, and it just engulfs it as it dives right back into the ground. Doesn't even miss a beat. The second creature's gone, and the creature dives back into the ground somewhere, like right in this area here in front of Jiik, on the ground. And that brings us to Seb.
I'm going to walk over to the other creature and hold my action to stab that thing when it pops out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just kind of contemplate all the reasons that this thing would not just fly higher in the air and just avoid the rock
It
monster.
may not be able to. Maybe it has like only certain
Stupid creature.
certain
Okay,
height that
I'm
it
holding
can
my
go.
Notice
action.
any weaknesses on it, Seb?
holding my action to stab it.
You guys don't know what these
I
creatures
don't
are.
see
what
any
their whole
weaknesses
thing.
underground.
No, but you've
Okay.
seen the creature though.
Yeah. Did
You
you want
see-
advantage now?
I mean, just in case.
Sure, and then I give him advantage and say, hit it on the other side. I don't know.
He's gonna
Figure it
pop
out,
up
idiot.
again.
Yeah, you point out where it went into the ground.
Run in the
It
ground!
might be here.
And you now have master test
There you go.
advantage on your next attack.
Mastermind.
So you guys see the final orb. Its eye is going all over the place, and it is like moving in its like small area, but it is like the eye is darting around, looking in every direction, constantly. It does nothing other than that for its turn, other than just move around a little bit, trying
There's
to
no
figure out
smart
what's going
thinking
on.
about it. Maybe we should kill this creature in case it is what it feeds off of these and
Jiik, no.
regains health.
Okay. Brutalia, it's going to bring us to you in the order of things.
Okay. I would like to move. Can I move underneath this floating creature?
It's not high enough. The creatures seem to only float about between 2 to like 5 or 6 feet off the ground.
What if she
Okay.
kneels down?
And it's still moving about, like, in this
Not
little area,
prone.
like, darting around, trying to be, like, nimble.
Okay. Then I'm going to
Underground.
follow Seb's lead, and I'm going to go next to it,
Marine Corps.
Okay.
Sorry.
holding my action,
Okay.
just fists at the ready. If this thing pops up again trying
It's a
to
great fucking line.
take this little one that didn't attack us,
I love it.
I'm going to punch it.
Alright. So, yeah, you guys can wait. And, Jiik, that'll bring us to your turn in the order.
I'm going to fire a finger blast at this creature.
Okay.
Which creature?
At this floating creature.
What? The one we're protecting?
Yeah.
Please don't.
Are you sure?
super sure.
Because what if it's feeding off of these and regaining health? No? No? Okay. I guess not. I guess I'm holding the action.
You know, hold your action to attack when it comes out.
Psych. You guys thought I was going to be a jerk.
You guys do what you want.
Jiik the jerk.
I'm going to fly up a few more feet, though, just in case.
Oh, okay.
Just for the effect.
So you can say about like 10 feet?
Yeah, I'm going to stay I'll put myself at 15 feet.
Okay, we'll say that's pretty close to where you are right now, currently with that one. So we'll just leave that. It is now the rock creature's turn, and it does erupt again from the ground. So Brutalia, everybody can go ahead and make their opportunities attacks.
Another 18, holy crap.
But it does not seem concerned with you guys. It's going for that crystal orb again.
That's a 24.
Again,
Again.
it's both
Rolled a
its
19, 18,
attacks
and an
hit the creature.
14.
I just rolled all sixes on 3d6. Ouch.
Well, that's
dream.
nice. That's the dream.
Fire creature.
Pretty much. Alright, so attacks.
I rolled a 24 to hit, and it's 14 piercing damage.
Nowhere near enough.
14
With advantage?
With
14
advantage.
hit? So you guys would get your... So if you have 2 attacks, you can make both attacks. So.
Oh, okay.
I used my bonus action.
Okay.
To give him
advantage that he wasted.
And then you didn't hit with advantage?
2 and 3.
There was a 2 and a 3. And it was nearly
Good old Jiik.
So 14 damage from
Yeah.
Seb.
Where's Pert when we need him?
What damage from Brutalia?
8 damage from
8
Brutalia.
damage?
I rolled a 19 on the second one.
So as you guys watch, the creature erupts from the ground. Same thing, it comes out,
Punching
it
it.
grabs onto that crystalline creature and brings it into its mouth. You guys hear a loud hiss and pop noise as it bites down on it before it bashes into the ground. At that point, all your guys' attacks hit, as you do see like dirt and rocks scattering off of it. It just goes back into the ground. And
Well, we tried.
the last orb creature is fizzled.
No,
And
we just...
the creature's not in sight.
Nope.
What the fuck is this?
And we soldier on, walking through the desert.
Well, that was fun.
Fog.
I mean, I just feel so unsatisfied now. We didn't get to kill anything.
So looking around the ground, you guys do see a few spots
Key?
where some of that like crystalline powder fell from the first one. So you guys remember the first one was destroyed outside of the creature.
Okay.
Can we
Pick
Who's
some of
got
it.
it?
save something?
Yeah. Give me an investigation check. Anybody wants to?
I think
have.
maybe that should be our friend Jiik with his headband.
Oh, yeah.
My-
You
My
can take the
passive's-
map off now.
My passive is a
We
16.
won't need it. 16?
Yeah, my passive's a 16. I mean,
Passive's a 16. Yeah, go ahead and roll for me though.
okay. Should I go steely cold? Yeah. Where you at? Investigation.
Is your...
It was a lot. 24.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, you're searching the area. You find a nice, large shard of that crystalline structure.
Ooh, nice. Pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
You are on fire.
No! It wasn't
The shard
fun.
itself, you've never seen anything like this crystal. It cuts things, like it would really cut you pretty badly, you get the sense of, by how hard it is. Tapping against your metal, it feels pretty strong.
Ting, ting, ting. Interesting. This is quite the material. Okay.
Yeah, but you guys find a pretty hefty size shard from that crystalline creature that was
Like-
What color is
destroyed.
it?
Fist size or like bigger than fist
It's
size?
about like the size of like the palm of your hand,
Okay.
so pretty decent size. It's that purple, this yellow color that they were. But yeah.
Like a bruise.
Almost like we could build a dagger out of it.
Do you land back on the ground?
Yes, indeed.
So at this point, you guys are definitely in the Deadlands.
I
as
hope
you guys
nothing's
are-
not tracking that
I know.
material.
Believe me, it's in the back of my mind always. Now that I found that out,
Well, maybe we
I feel like
put
a
that
fool,
in the
but
bag?
I don't feel like a fool because if we didn't have it, they could track it to wherever it was.
Well, you guys aren't really
What
sure
is it
what.
though? What is in it?
The
I don't
purpose is-
understand. And I thought maybe I misunderstood. I thought Zeth was one behind this. Wasn't the note on the book? Didn't it? Wasn't it from Z?
Yes. Which is most likely our friend Zeth.
Well, apparently more than
So
one being is after this book.
Seems pretty
right,
important.
is he working with this the
Well,
veteran or?
I've conferred with my lady, and she can't help me with this book. She is vexed by it. But I have spent...
She's vexed by it.
Yes, I've spent many hours trying to open it, and I can't even open it.
She's just mad because she can't see what's inside. Or
Potentially, but, I mean, she's usually a little more mature than that.
she has no idea what's in it, though.
No, but because she can't get into it, and she's got immense power. I mean, you see what she does for me. And that's just a fraction of what she can do. She can't even get into this book, and I feel like there's something in
Yeah,
here that's
she's-
worth...
I mean, she's like God. What kind of book is this if God can't open it?
Have you run into anything like this, Zeb?
Absolutely not.
Interesting. Yeah, I have no idea. So, I mean, I'll continue to play with it when I can, but I don't know what to think. There's so many creatures after it.
I knew we had to be on alert coming here. Everyone's so scared of this place, so much going on, but now I feel like we really need to be on alert. Like, what's going on?
I think our answers are at the end of our journey. Shall we move?
We'll keep moving on.
All right.
Sad we couldn't save little Orby guys.
Oh, well,
No.
it is worth trying.
I was hoping to like get between it and the Earth Elementals said, "Yeah, swallow me instead."
It was hell bent on getting those creatures.
You have.
Why you guys aren't really too sure.
Oh,
But
no.
the
I
elemental
wasn't able to
doesn't-
do that. No.
Doesn't seem to come back. You guys wait around like weapons at the ready for a few minutes and doesn't seem to be
Too bad.
interested in you guys at all.
So he wasn't even interested in us anyways. I mean, it
We
really...
could have just left.
I feel
It makes
kind of-
very little difference.
I did it again. I get so mad so fast, and then I'm just so tired.
You guys could have gone away if you guys had better stealth checks. Maybe.
Sorry.
It wasn't aimed at me,
I
was it?
Real shit.
I really feel like it was.
Alright.
So as you guys are moving away from this area, you do, Seb, you're gonna notice this.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna want
You see
Seb
some-
to take point on this.
You guys start beginning to make your way through. Go ahead and give me perception. Anybody that wants to? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut
I
you
can
off.
give you guidance.
Good, because I rolled a 2.
Oh, shit. Maybe I should give myself guidance.
You guys gave me a 1.
Why not?
So that would be a
I
7!
give her guidance.
Yeah, with,
There you
the,
go.
with how the fog moves in this place, it is very hard
That
to.
was worth it.
21.
Alright,
I
alright.
have 0. I have a 0 mod for my
But you rolled a 21.
total with his guidance.
So Seb, you are in the lead, but like where you are, the fog seems to be getting thicker.
My one eye is feeling very.
They're telling you if you catch a glint off of something metal, and it flashes for a brief second,
Wait.
that's enough for you to see something.
What?
I wait.
What's going on?
There's something over there. Wherever it was, I saw that flash thing. Look in that direction that I'm telling you it was in.
She points it out towards the direction where she saw something in the fog.
Sure.
You guys stare for a minute, and you do see a torch, and it's only about 2 foot or so off the ground.
Oh, good.
You hear crunching dirt.
Do we know anybody that would be that short carrying a...
Isn't it pussycat?
You better hope you don't have red hair.
Yeah, if that's a red
You
cap
say
you're
that?
wearing.
Fuck yeah.
A red hat.
Who's there? Who said that? Hey! Sniz, come here!
Oh, shit.
There's more than one.
Who's... You guys see a goblin come out from the fog. Oh! You hear him like, help! They're here!
He's yelling?
Yep, and you see another goblin and a orc come strolling out of the fog.
It looks like you'll get to do some killing after all.
You guys are getting close to where you guys are headed to, so you guys are gonna run into patrols.
Hell yeah.
Well, jeez. I
You
suppose
boys.
we
Wow,
should
back
start.
into combat again.
Yeah, you guys, let's do it. You guys can take a short rest whenever you want to, or
Oh, we're gonna kill some stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna kill some stuff because it's worth it.
so you guys will see the first two goblins. They come around out of this area. There's some rocks and different debris in the area, but they come around, and you guys do see lumbering behind them a orc. And from the orc, you guys see a rope tied from the orc to one of the goblins.
Smart. These are clever beings.
Are we rolling initiative?
Yes, you are.
Can I give them the
Are you
guidance?
kidding me?
Initiative? No. Oh.
Just on myself?
Brutalia.
10.
Okay, Jiik.
25.
Jeez, Seb.
6.
Oh, buddy.
I rolled really good.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
That's
did.
what I was hoping to give
That's
you guys
okay.
guidance.
Nice thought, but.
I rolled all 18s or above for attacks.
It was worth
So-
it.
And 4 and below for initiative.
You know what? It's the attacks that matter, right? Better
So,
than the opposite.
Jiik, go ahead and
Do whatever
I'm
you
gonna say
want.
you guys are coming around here. We'll say you guys are about right here when the first goblin notices you. And
Can I see
It's
the orc?
high noon.
Seb
God damn it.
and Brutalia.
Is the orc visible from where I'm at? I see the
Um,
rope, right?
Yeah, you would just be seeing him coming around, like, we'll say he's about right here. And the rope is connected to this second goblin here.
I'm going to take off into the air, probably about 15 feet,
Okay?
so that I can get a clear view of this orc.
Yeah, from this angle, and the proximity you guys are, you be able to get a beat on him.
Okay, and I'm going to take another stab at this, and I'm going to pull into some energy and call upon my lady to cast Witch Bolt.
Okay, gonna go for Witch Bolt.
Witch Bolt in him.
Which bolt is it anyways?
Ooh.
Brutal.
Michael Witch Bolt.
It doesn't want me to cast this apparently, but
You Witch Bolton?
I'm Witch Bolting. 12 to hit.
On the orc?
Yeah.
You cast it out. It seems to just dissipate almost as it's reaching him.
Grabbing it.
Just not quite enough to get a hold.
Just a bit
Are you
too
sure you know
far.
how to do
Shit.
that?
I mean, it's a pretty cool visual image.
I'm
though.
trying, yeah, okay.
Alright. And that will
Big
bring
man.
us to Brutalia.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Roll 6.
So
Yeah. The
I can see.
goblins didn't do much better. The orc
I can
either.
see 2 goblins.
Yes.
Okay.
You would see the orc just kind of poking out behind him.
I'm using all my rages. I'm just going to run forward in front of Seb.
Okay.
I don't want to get super up close. I want to get right about there. And as I'm skidding to a stop, I pull both of my axes and go let one fly at each of those goblins.
Alright, so.
Yeah, but skidding,
Oh, so you just.
yeah, as I
Sorry.
as I really power slid in there.
Yeah!
Recklessly.
As he kicked the camera over.
That is. Ah.
Take a long rest before we make it all
8 for the
way, or is
first
it only
one.
short rest?
And
Our last rest was a long
23 for the second one.
23? Will hit.
For
What
7
was your first roll?
damage. 3.
3? No, yeah, no.
Or no, I'm sorry. I rolled a 3. It was 8 total.
Okay, no. And that's on the goblins?
Yes.
Okay. And you hit on the second one, how much damage?
7 damage.
7 damage. As you guys watch, Brutalia come sliding in, she wings both of her axes, her wicked sisters out. The first one flies by the goblin, the second one right into its chest as it's just looking at this, it drops its torch.
A beautiful blossom of blood.
Yeah, you just see a large fair amount of blood come out as it drops its torch, it reels back. It's already looking pretty rough.
How did you do that?
Alright, and that will bring us
That was quite amazing.
the orc
Bastard.
who huffs and makes his move. begins running towards Brutalia, gets to about here, and you guys watch him jerk this goblin forward, who now goes prone. But he's able to get to Brutalia.
Prone targeting.
And he is going to make his attacks against you. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
As it has advantage. Did you? Oh no, you did reckless.
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes, I did.
I thought so. Alright, so that will be a total of 7 slashing damage as it brings its axe down into you.
That's what we call
Making a
brutal
nice slash
in the
across you.
Right in the tit.
Seb, it is your turn.
I will run up and return the favor on the big guy.
Right in your tit now.
That is a crit.
Ooh,
Oh,
roll
shit.
it.
Don't forget your
Oh,
super.
yeah.
Super great. Oh, almost.
Almost.
Whatever, it's still a fucking crit.
It's still a crit. It's not super crit.
That's
Yeah.
his brutal.
Oh, yeah.
7, 14, 19, 21 plus 4 is 25 damage.
Yeah, so that 24
So go to describe its
wasn't-
demise.
Yeah!
That is exactly its hit points.
I stab him
I'm
straight.
even joking.
I stab him straight in the tit.
Straight in the tit!
So after his slash on Brutalia, you guys just see Seb come running up as he brings his dagger and just quickly right into the center of the chest, like a meaty thud right in there as you guys just watch the orc.
Oh, my tit.
Say, not my friend, you.
The dagger just slips out.
Oh, dear.
He Molly Weasley for me.
And the orc drops to the ground. Its rope still tethered to that other goblin.
Oh, good.
I'm going to use my offhand and stab the other one on the ground.
Okay, so
For-
you'd have to
for the
move it
fun
to
of
get
it.
there. Stepping over the orc and over the rope. Offhand, bringing it down.
It's a 21 to hit.
That is gonna hit.
Say what?
And you don't get the bonus, so it's just 3 damage.
Okay. So you do bring the knife down and it stabs into the creature. You right into its back. You feel it as it's just laying there still. Still alive, but very bleeding out very badly.
Yeah.
Okay, and that will bring us
That's your bonus
to
action.
the goblins. Who the one that is on the ground stands up. And it is going to attempt to make an attack on you. But it miserably fails. And is going to use its bonus action
It's just
to
crying.
turn and run.
Well, then I'm going to stab it.
Nope.
It disengaged?
Nimble escape.
Nimble escape.
And this
He
one,
doesn't have a rope on him?
he does, but he's not going to get very far. He's going to get to about there and then dink.
And I'm sorry, just to
Rope's gonna
clarify, are they tied together with this rope as
Yes.
well?
Yep, he's trying to drag the orc body right now behind him.
Okay.
He's not getting very far. The other one will move up onto you, Brutalia, and try to make an attack. And it rolls a 22 or 21.
No. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You were attacking recklessly,
I got a
right?
14. Yeah, I've got a 14 AC. Come on.
That is going to be 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
As it's really rudimentary carved cleaver, like just hunk of metal, almost with like a wood handle attached to it, slashes at you, cuts in very deeply, leaves like a, what's that they call that, like a not
like-
clean wound.
What a gosh.
Well, those serrated knives that really tear it
Oh.
like that.
Oh, God. That gave me the heebie-jeebies.
All right, and that will then bring us back to Brutalia,
Okay, well, Brutalia is going to...
or excuse me, Jiik.
As to say, what's happened to
Oh,
my
that's right.
son? Oh, dear.
25 initiative over here.
He's just assuming.
Woo!
He's just assuming you missed.
No! Ooh, well.
It hurts
Little
because
salt
it's
that
true.
Salty.
Son of a bitch. I'm gonna look at the peon that's running away right now. And I'm gonna say, enough. As I spread my wings and I
I'm Batman.
bring up my
Oh.
And I stare him down as I bring my bell up. I don't even look. I don't need to. Boom!
All right.
Punch the shit out of that bell. 14 wisdom.
It has a -1 to its wisdom, and it rolled exactly a 14, so it makes it a 13.
Yes!
So-
It's your time, Jiik! It's your time!
If I could crit on this, that's about
Hey,
what it would be.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
You guys are the worst.
Come on.
Yeah.
Is it higher than a 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you guys watch Jiik unfurl his wings, the spectral bell comes and appears before him. As he bangs his fist on it, it rings out, and almost like a reverberation. You guys watch the spell cast from it, pushing the fog out of the way as it smacks into the back of the creature. You watch its head like kind of rumble for a second as you see blood trickle out its ears, and it just goes face first into the ground.
You ring.
And I point at it as it does that.
Ring.
And I do the come hither.
You guys watch the energy from that creature strip from its body
Ooh.
as it flows back towards Jiik, entering through him. You see it dissipate out towards you guys just naturally. You guys have seen this before.
7 10.
You feel yourselves revitalized. And that will then bring us to Brutalia.
Yes.
Alright, Brutalia is going to crouch down, grab rope that is tied to the goblin, lift it up, and then smack him into the ground.
This one is not tied to the rope.
Aw, damn, that would
That
have
was
been
the
so
one that
cool.
Jiik just killed.
Grab
It would have
I
been
know.
cool.
Well, you said they were tied together.
No,
I thought you
only
were
one of the
goblins.
ropes. Only one was tied to the orc.
Maybe you could grab it and swing it into the other one.
I mean, you'd
the
have to
other one's
untie it.
dead though, so.
No, I mean the one that's on the rope's dead. You use him as a weapon against the other one.
Yeah, beat him to death with his dead buddy.
You know what? Why not? I'm going to grab the rope, yank the goblin towards me.
So say to do that, you have to move around by where the orc
fine.
is, and you grab on the rope with the orc, and you
Yank
pull,
with all my
and
strength.
you wheel it around like a wheel. So you have a dead goblin, and you're wheeling it around.
Flailing it in the air, and
It's
then
like crumpled corpse from being drained of its
just
soul.
like
and
arms
everything.
flailing like you fell off a cliff in Skyrim or something.
Ragdolling through the
Totally ragdolling. And then I'm going to bring it smack down on top of his
Go ahead and
little
roll for your
friend.
attack.
Can I recklessly do this?
Yeah, you can
I mean,
recklessly
I have
wield
no
a goblin
regard
as a
for
weapon.
my own safety. Completely vulnerable.
In the heat of the moment.
It was
Seb, give me a dexterity check real quick.
Ah!
With advantage, because you'd see this happening.
So, is... This
16.
isn't unarmed.
16? Okay.
This is just like... Should I just do like my regular weapon
I would
attack?
just do your just regular
Okay.
weapon attack.
22.
We'll say that for the damage, we'll do a D8 for the damage.
It's like a bludgeon.
D8 bludgeoning. You rolled a 16?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see Brutalia wheeling this thing. As you see her pull the goblin up into the air, it whizzes right by you. You're deft enough to like duck out of the way and just watch it wheel over your head as you see her just bringing it careening into
Sorry,
the
I'm
other
really
person.
into this right now! 4 damage.
All right. You rolled the hit, right?
I did.
What was it?
It was 22. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
you told me to roll a d8, and I did, and I rolled a 1. I'm not raging, so that's plus 3, which makes it 4 damage. That's right, folks.
So you guys
4 damage with
See
this
her
goblin corpse.
bring this goblin corpse down. The other one doesn't know what's going on.
It's
See
just the
this
hands
friend,
that, like, end up...
come flying in on it, hits it, and it just tumbles back for a second.
Good call.
Looks
Bloody
down
hell.
at its dead friend.
Bloody
There
hell,
laying before
Brutalia.
him, tied to a rope. And that will bring us to...
I can't take you anywhere without flinging dead
Seb.
bodies
And
everywhere.
I'm going to run up
Jeez.
and
love it.
finish this little fella off.
Alright.
Maybe. Does a 14 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
AC of 12.
And we're good here.
This is just a small patrol.
9, 11, 15 piercing damage.
15. Go ahead and describe its demise.
Noise.
Okay, well, having enough of the fun and games, I walk up and I want to put my boot on his chest first and pin him down,
Okay.
and then just slam my dagger into his chest.
Ooh.
Yeah, so...
Eye contact and everything.
As you watch Brutalia bring his friend down on top of him, smacking him, it knocks him back just enough. Seb, you take advantage on this, and you come flying in with your boot, boom, right into its chest, dropping it to the ground with a single motion, bury the dagger right through its chest.
Boom.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
God damn it!
Oh, I
If that's
did.
not
What was
some
it?
beautiful
15.
imagery.
Sorry,
It's
I've got a lot of things going on in my mind.
Now I just cleaned my blade on its
Go ahead
shirt.
and describe its demise because it just
That was it.
you just tear it out.
It was the push him down, stab him.
So as you draw your dagger out, you watch its eyes go lifeless as its tongue just kind of rolls back.
And I'm just gonna wipe my blade on his shirt. And we will move on down the road. Unless you guys need a rest.
I
mean-
need something because
I should.
I don't know if you
probably-
guys noticed, but I'm bleeding pretty bad. My tit is like half cut.
Is that the train?
Tits, I get to
How tall would
It's-
that be? Would that be something
It's
we
going
could?
away.
Like this rock piece would be about like 5, between like 5 and like 10 feet, like tall.
Something we might be able to hold up
Are you
against
guys okay?
and use for cover.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
could use a rest.
You
Yeah,
can use
I
a
think we
rest?
should rest.
You guys could definitely
Okay.
hold
We're
up
all
against
safe.
it and take cover.
Then yes, let's rest, and I will dress my tit wound, and
You can go ahead and get rid of the cam,
Okie doke.
the map.
roll some hit dice.
Watch him out! Watch him out! Watch him out!
Ooh, yes. I know. Really didn't mean that to be as aggressive as
Do it.
do it. I mean, it's everywhere. At WatchMal. It's on Twitter. It's on Reddit, even though we never use a Reddit account. And Instagram, which we use the most out of everything. So,
Indeed.
yeah. Yeah.
I just can't believe it even hit me yet.
So you guys
I'm
are
excited.
preparing yourselves, getting things caught up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do we lose the 7 temp points
Yes.
probably?
Yes.
Yes.
Because we took a short rest.
Get it.
It's not
But
worth
based
it.
on this, I mean, you guys would think, if you guys are seeing a goblin patrol, you guys
We are
more than
close.
likely pretty close to where you guys are trying to get to.
It's good because I needed to rejuvenate my spells.
Need everything back or half
I think
back?
it's worth it.
All
Should I
of
use
it.
it?
I got all my hit points and I've got all my spells back. And do I have time to confer
I've got
with my lady
41 out of
about now
45, so I
that I
wasted
know the
my
name
hit
of
dice.
this book?
I wouldn't, yeah.
Or is this an inappropriate time?
This would probably be an inappropriate time, being that you guys are where you are.
I agree. It does feel very inappropriate.
Alright.
Scandalous, even.
Not so much inappropriate, just not well timed. Like, this is probably not a good
We're already
idea.
bringing the book to the guy that wanted the book brought here.
I mean, that's his first mistake, was wanting the book brought by us. Fool.
Everyone seemed so excited when they found us.
He's watching us, though, right? Through the book? They're watching us right now?
Yes,
They know
but
who you are.
fear not, because my lady watches over all 3 of us.
You're a lady watching over all 3 of us. She's your lady, Jiik. You are chosen by this god. Not me. Not said.
Untrue. She chose you guys to be my companions.
Yes, what did you say? Because of things from our past.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly from our past do you think our lady like?
She put us together. She set us in motion, and after conferring us together, set us in motion. I mean, look at what we've done so far. I mean, we've already made, a small fortune for ourselves,
We have.
and we've discovered many mysteries in such a short period of time. I mean, what else do you call it?
I don't know. I agree we work well together. I like money. I like being able to go buy food.
These are all pluses.
I just...
Just have to have faith in the lady. She's the Pale Knight, for crying out loud.
I don't know what that is. I don't know who your lady is or what she stands for.
She's the mother of demons.
Demons?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are demons?
I don't know, but we'll find out eventually. She's the mother of them, though. We can't be all that bad.
I don't know. I never knew
You're
my
so
mother.
stoic. Seb,
Seb's lost in thought. Deep.
Ooh,
Amazing thoughts.
Nicely played, sir. Nicely played.
So at this point, with you guys being in the Deadlands, you guys are trying to find this goblin camp. You guys just encountered some goblins that seemed like they were on patrol.
Yeesh.
Did you have marks bearing Tomb Chain?
Tomb chain.
We're going to do a little thing here called a skill challenge. We've done these before.
so good.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to need you guys to give me a way for you guys to track the camp.
Investigation.
You can do investigation, but you're going to have to tell me how you're investigating.
I'm looking for footprints. Never mind, I rolled a 3.
Looking for clues on the bodies and footprints where they may have come
Okay.
from.
So if you guys are going to... So whoever's going to do this part, if you're going to use their trail, I would say you have advantage on the check.
Do we have to be trained in this skill?
Generally, but I mean, if you want to give me a way that you guys are using it, it depends on how you guys want to use your skills.
Investigating my surroundings, the tracks, the clothing, any items they may have on them. 23.
23? Alright, so, Jiik, you're able to see the trail where they came from, begin tracing back the steps. You're pretty confident you guys are on the right track, but you do reach a point where the trail seems to have been covered over. Like, the footprints seem to be less. Like, almost as if, like, the air in the area moves the dirt around.
Did you guys notice that?
Like, the further you guys follow that trail, the lesser they are imprinted.
Have we been
Not
walking in
what?
a relatively straight line this whole time, though?
Nope.
No.
Been kind of zigzagging.
The
a little
tracks, they're slowly getting more and more faded, as if the air was wiping them away.
Dang,
bit.
chronic.
Hiking?
Wiping. It's way for him.
Well, is the wind like picking up here? Does it seem like the air's moving more here than it was back?
It seems more accurate than normal, but it's... I'm losing track of as far as where we've got.
Is the fog everywhere right now, too?
It's undulating around. Like, you guys get moments where you guys can see things a little bit clearer than certain areas, and before you couldn't. So it's constantly, like, shifting around in the area.
There's no wildlife at all.
Nothing that you can see. Go ahead and give me perception checks, everyone.
Oh, I still gotta figure out what skill I
20.
ain't got no skills.
No survivals, nothing?
Oh, shit.
No, I took animal handling, which
20.
serves me
20?
cool.
Yeah.
8.
As you guys are kind of at this point where you're wondering
me
what is
everything.
going
She
on.
tries. She tries everything.
Brutalia, you're a little frustrated because you've never been in this type of situation where you can't, at least fight your way out of it. Seb, what'd you roll?
20.
20? And you rolled a 20 as well?
But my 20's better.
It was.
Just in
Because you
general.
rolled it first.
If you ain't first, you're last.
It's
I want to go fast. So you both, while you guys are both sitting there, you guys take a moment, kind of like quiet. You hear a...
In what direction?
It's kind of coming off on your guys' right-hand side.
I will.
Can I? Oh, God.
Did you guys hear
Does
that?
it sound
I
like?
did.
Does it sound like river?
It sounds like something bubbling. Like a really
like
thick...
boil.
Like a thick material, like a thick molasses, like bubbling.
I'm gonna slowly walk in that direction, looking around for any terrain changes.
Okay.
And the
Like
smell,
a lake of acid or...
Right, exactly. Is the smell like any different or like super pungent here?
So as you guys begin heading in that direction, the strong smell of just burnt, like acidity, like just hits you.
So
You
sad.
guys begin noticing that the ground begins changing color,
Okay.
almost in like a rainbow effect. And you guys see those like hot water geysers and things like Old Faithful and things like that, where the water gets all like crazy vibrant
Yeah.
colors.
So
That's
funny.
beginning to happen around in the ground.
Acidic.
The closer you guys are getting, and as you guys break into view, you see a green lake bubbling, boiling. It's a boiling cesspool. A foul stench comes off of it. Nothing seems to be living out of it.
Nothing else
It
near
just, nope, not that you guys can see. You guys can't see across the whole place. So far, you guys are only seeing a very small portion of this lake. The fog is obfuscating a lot of it from you guys.
What good is this devil sight if I can't see through the fog? Ugh.
But you guys are getting a scope that this lake is fairly large.
Okay.
We will
If this is the
Well,
bank,
the
walk the
letter.
perimeter of the lake.
Yes, they said they'd make camp near the lake. What did the letter say again?
well, I just so happen to have it right here.
I will make camp there near Lake Nith. We will wait for you in the tome. We will walk around the lake.
Okay, which direction?
Oh, dang it.
Whichever direction those footsteps were more going towards.
Okay, that'd be more towards...
Got it. You got it.
We
Okay.
are going that
To
direction.
the left then.
So you guys begin
Oh.
making your way very slowly. Everybody give me stealth checks as you guys are moving.
Can I be a little away from everybody? Up ahead, perhaps?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, absolutely. You guys...
Scout.
This
How
is
about how are you
standard
guys gonna-
formation.
you guys
We
just
send
gonna-
you forward.
Okay.
Because that's an 18. I don't
Yeah,
want it
17.
ruined by... Oh my god.
10.
See what I mean?
Yeah, so...
Hey, you know
Do you
what?
see what I'm dealing with? No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
So with the distance that Seb is keeping you guys, the two of you, the remaining back, are...
It's okay. I don't
Okay.
want to stink back just to make sure.
Seb, as you guys are moving quietly, you break through a section of fog where all of a sudden it seems the sky completely, like, everything is opened up, and you see before you a large encampment. You see large fortifications, tents. You see
Define large.
probably 200 plus.
Oh,
You watch goblins, bugbears, hobgoblins, a few kobold are all in this camp. You look over and you see an older goblin enter the largest tent. He goes in for a few minutes. As you scan across, you see orcs and goblins working a massive hoist. They are pulling on chains, pulling on rope. The chains and rope go into the acid, into the water, and they seem to be smoking. Like, as they pull, they're not getting anything out of it, so they're really frustrated at this point. As you stand there and watch this for a minute, you see a hand grab onto the opening of that tent and open. As you watch a creature step out. A glowing red eye, a massive glaive in its hands. His armor dark black and copper with highlights of silver accents and red baubles. A large banner hooked to his back stretches out with the banner of the tomb chain, made of spines and skulls.
Oh, fuck.
Let's go
Huge
home.
unnatural horns protrude from his head. And we're going to take a break.
Well, good, because my oh my! What the fuck?
Welcome back. So, when we just left, you guys had just dispatched a small goblin patrol and found your way to the Tomb Chain camp.
Tomb
We
chain.
didn't even search the bodies.
I searched some of the
You
bodies.
did? Okay. See, he's shaking his head. We didn't search
Right
any of
in.
the bodies.
Oh,
God damn it.
And then we go back and search the bodies.
I thought I did, but my bad.
Did you? I mean, I don't remember you
No,
saying.
we didn't.
Yeah, I didn't think you guys did.
I thought I mentioned something about that, but
I don't recall.
maybe it was the last fight. Whatever.
But Seb currently is at the edge of where it seems that the fog has dissipated in this area. Seb, you're not really sure, but you're not really versed well in magic.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that this area is right next to the lake and there's no fog around it is very odd.
Yes.
You guys had just seen, after a small goblin went in, you had seen this massive orc, about 10 foot tall, massive horns coming from his head, a giant banner on his back, a massive glaive in his hand, stepping out from the center tent, this massive center tent. As you see him, every step he takes, when you guys were stepping through this area, you saw those like puffs of like dirt and smoke. It almost like erupts from his feet every step he's taking. This is a massive creature. You look around and you see him barking orders at people, unintelligible from the distance you are from him. And as he's barking these orders, he waves his hand at the hoist, and he begins looking up in the sky.
I also look up at the sky.
You guys still are in the fog, waiting for
I'm
Seb.
watching Seb, waiting as we do.
Are you
I would motion them
Always waiting for
stealthily
the
forward.
okay? So, you guys go ahead and give me a stealth rolls. Just,
Me too.
if you're staying where you are, you wouldn't need to, but if you guys are going to be moving up, just want. Did you crit?
I did.
I got an 11.
11? It's good enough.
Okay.
The two of you, Brutalia will help you.
I got you.
Get up
I
there.
I was gonna say, I could guidance myself.
It's a low one. It is a low
Very
DC for
good.
this, anyways. They're not really looking for anybody. They have patrols out, so they're expecting the patrols
Oh,
to
good.
handle, handle anybody that's coming around.
It's like dodging an arrow.
You're watching the sky.
Yeah, what is he looking for?
You see a massive black dragon appear, and it comes landing down into the camp.
I'm gonna shit my pants if this is battering.
I whisper.
You see its wings sleep into its side as its head wheels around, looking, surveying the camp. You see its face come right down, right in front of Zeth. And you see them saying some things. You see Zeth waving at the hoist and like shrugging. You see the dragon visibly nudge Zeth back with its snout. As you see the dragon at that point leaps into the air and dives into the lake. The resulting wave washes away that hoist, smashes it, and you watch as a bunch of the goblins and orcs are hit by the wave of acid, immediately down to almost nothing but bones as this happens. The dragon is under for only what seems like an eternity to you guys watching this, but all of a sudden the dragon comes out, wings spread full, carrying clutched in its claws some massive piece of something you guys have never seen before. Different appendages hang from the stang that it's carrying as you guys watch its wings beating, trying to gain lift. Whatever it is, this thing is heavy. The creature is going up into the air, the dragon struggling. As you guys watch its wings beating, the acid flying off of it, something breaks off the thing, falls to the ground as the dragon begins carrying it off into the distance. You guys lose sight of it shortly thereafter in the fog.
What do we just see?
You guys then see Zeth barking more orders at his men as his men begin to pull stakes. Begin taking and wrapping things up, putting things onto wagons, begin boarding up their camp, begin moving things out. You see Zeth then reach out and he moves his hand as if summoning somebody to him. You see that same older goblin come out from behind like a tent area, does some magic arcane stuff, and a portal opens up. And you see him and Zeth step through it, blinking shut.
Well, our mission was to kill him, so I dare say we've missed our chance.
Yeah, maybe, I can't fight this many.
But the camp is being broken down actively. You see goblins, kobolds, bugbears, hobgoblins, everybody is working to bring this camp down, and they're working at a furious pace. As you guys are taking all this in and watching this, you guys begin noticing that the lake is not as motionless as it once was before. It seems to be moving.
Like a whirlpool?
Like moving locations? Like it's
beginning
migrating?
to like spin. Like the actual acid itself is beginning to make a movement.
It's like there's a drain. It's being sucked into the drain.
That thing was clogging it. Where did we see that appendage fall?
Big old dude.
You give me an investigation check to see if you can
I'll do it.
think about where that would be.
I got this.
I got this.
Investigation check. Yeah. 21.
21? Yeah, you have a pretty good idea the direction-wise of which it went. You're going to guess it's probably, probably a couple 100 yards away from where you guys are at. But you guys can make your way towards that area if you'd like to.
Probably. Well, is it near the camp or is it far from the camp?
No, the dragon when it came out was flying away from the camp, and wherever this part fell off, it would be away from where the camp is.
I would like to find the appendage.
Yeah, let's go check that out.
Okay.
It's the only lead we have anymore.
So you guys begin making your way towards where you saw the appendage, following around the banks of the lake. And the lake now is moving at a very rapid pace. It is draining. You're beginning to watch where the acid was, and you're beginning to see ground protrude out as it's beginning to sink. You guys take this path for a while. Go ahead and give me, anybody trained in survival?
Yeah.
You are? Go ahead and give me a check.
It's like 20.
20. Yeah. You're in this area where the fog seems to be lifted a little bit. You're able to really pick out your places where you've been watching. And you guys come across a strange object in the ground that is laying flat and looks like this.
What is that?
Yeah.
Just thing.
Don't flip it over yet.
Okay.
It is laying on the ground. It's metallic. Strange metal that almost hums when you touch it. It is warm to your hand.
It's so warm.
Smoky tendrils are writhing off of this object, and there are holes spread all over it. The holes, most of them, that are on the top, seem to be piercings, as if something had bitten into it. They are a series of cylinders, all connected.
So it was a mechanical creature that he pulled out of the lake, obviously.
Is this like a
This is massive. This is like 8 feet in length.
This one appendage is 8 feet in length.
Am I able to roll it over?
You can make an attempt.
Brutalia?
All three of us make an attempt together?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys combined strength. Captain Planet that.
With all powers combined, I give you guidance.
That's not hard to know.
The -1, mine's a 9.
With strength? Oh, jeez.
Yeesh.
We're looking at 16.
Brutalia is
You're done?
visibly shaken. Her tit still hurts.
Oh, what was
She got
that?
stabbed.
8 total.
8.
8.
8. With the three of you working at it, it takes you some time, but you guys are able to eventually roll it over, and you see the underside. And on the underside, you see that the underside of these cylinders are flat. So the upper side is rounded, the underside is flat, and they have holes riddled all over the place in this thing.
Do the holes look like they're there on purpose or eaten by acid or
They look like they're intentional.
Are any of them unique? Any of the
No, they're
holes?
all about the same size. You can't see where they definitely go somewhere. Like there's definitely something connected to the holes, but you're not sure. I mean, you guys have never seen anything like this before. This is way out of the wheelhouse.
I've got nothing.
Guessing it probably weighs somewhere in the neighborhood of like 8 to 1,000 pounds.
Did it have a bunch of this
Yeah,
exact
800
type of
friggin' strong.
appendage?
What's that?
Were all the appendages similar to this one? The creature.
I mean, just based off of your guys's, go ahead and give me a perception.
With guidance. If it was worth it. Guidance. Whoever has the highest. Both of you have guidance.
Well, which one of you are you guys doing your individuals?
Mine's a 20 without guidance.
Oh yeah, let's just leave this.
22 with guidance.
If we were doing
Yeah.
investigation, I'd roll my own, but you know.
I would say from what you guys had saw, yeah, they look similar, but they're also larger appendages
Oh god.
than
ew.
that one.
Okay.
Oh jeez. What did I just touch?
The dick. Definitely the
It
dick.
was the dick.
It was the dick that fell. from the sky.
Typical creature.
Robo penis.
Detachable penis.
Detachable penis.
The old King Missile song. But yeah, this is
It's
Pure
so
content
fun,
only.
comfortable when that song came on the radio when you were in the car with your parents when you were younger.
You guys haven't met my dad.
Picked it up, dusted it off.
My dad loved it, man.
Put it back on.
Yeah.
so you guys have this massive, strange object.
Well, it's
In the
heavy
dirt.
enough. I mean, can we sell it for a lot of money? I mean,
I don't think I can carry that.
do we try to move it around like
I could
see
drag
if
it,
anything happens with it? I mean, stick our fingers in the holes, nothing happens.
Nothing's happening when you stick your but if you guys you're spending some time on it, you start wrenching at a piece, and a large shard of a red crystal drops out, falls on the ground. And it is similar to the purple one that you guys had found earlier.
Oh. That's
came out of
interesting.
one of
with
the
you as well.
holes.
Yeah, out of wedged in
Part
one
of
of
it.
with the holes where the teeth were. That's where
Well, if
the
we
teeth
can't
marks.
carry the whole thing, maybe we can grab it apart.
You guys probably could not carry this.
Yeah, I'd
In its
assume
I
that.
want to try to break more pieces off if there's things inside of it.
Okay, you bring your hammer down on it, and it doesn't seem to break.
If this was just the penis, I'd hate to see what the hands do. Oh. So we have the red crystal, we have the purple crystal.
Yes, the red crystal is much larger in size, and it is smooth, almost as if it's a tooth.
What happens
Like
when
a
they get
tooth?
close?
Like a pointed tooth?
The two crystals get close to each other.
They don't seem to react to each other at all.
What happens if they touch tips?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Ding, ding, ding. They touch, nothing happens.
Darn!
No spark.
It is worth a shot.
Well,
It's worth a shot.
really?
They just weren't. They
That's-
weren't meant for each other. You know? They've had their moment. They've moved on.
Does this appendage react to either of the crystals when it gets close to it?
Nope. It does not seem to have any reaction.
Oh crap!
Seb, you start noticing as where the lake is drifting off.
Yeah.
You see a obelisk poking out about 6 inches.
I would walk
It's a leg
6 inches.
And it's getting bigger.
Out of the
as
lake?
Out
Like
of the
it's
lake's
going-
draining. The obelisk is becoming more and more prominent.
I will sneak my way with my party safely behind me over
Okay.
towards it to see
Stay
what is
back.
coming out of this lake.
Okay, you guys watch as the lake seems to continue draining. Looking off far away, you guys can see the remnants of the Tomb Chain camp. They don't seem
Tomb
concerned
Chain.
at all that the lake is draining. They're doing what Zeph told them, and they're moving on. A few of them do kind of point at it and look at it, and a couple of them just
A couple of giggles.
we're just, we're not, that's not for us, let's get out of here. The obelisk is soon about 3 feet high, and as it continues to drain, you notice that the obelisk is attached to a facade. Looking at the obelisk itself, it looks like there was etchings on it, but they've long since been eaten off.
Right.
As the lake continues to drain, it reaches a point where you guys can see the full facade
Mm-hmm.
is a massive door structure. The door that is there is solid metal, and it is heat tinted. So it has that rainbow effect that metal like steel titanium gets.
Mm-hmm.
It has all been completely heat tinted. No signs of any way to open it. It is just a massive slab of metal barring this facade doorway.
But from the distance where we can't see anything.
You guys can see it. Yeah, you guys have been waiting for the lake to drain so you guys can see this obelisk and what it's attached to. As that's been happening, you guys see...
Sorry, this natural structure was overrated anyways.
This is definitely unnatural.
So the doorway
Fine.
is completely barred. We can't get past.
It grew from the ground.
No, I meant
Perfectly.
the acid
The
lake.
doorway is completely
Oh, yeah.
blocked.
Whatever.
No,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, that's true.
So the facade itself is, it's set there,
Yeah.
and then inset into that is a metal slab where that would be like where you'd enter into.
Has the acid completely drained?
No.
Well, once it has,
We should
I'd like
see
to investigate the.
where it's drained to.
Okay.
Is there a hole?
Do you think
that
are
it
we
drained from?
are we out in open right now, like where goblins orcs camp that's leaving if they...
They could probably see you guys if you guys, were to make yourselves well known enough, but they don't seem to be concerned with what's happening with the lake at all. So where you guys are
Okay,
at...
well, if we're waiting, though, is there, like, somewhere we can have a little bit of cover, maybe?
The long
Not-
rest.
Already you sleepy,
Not-
Jake.
Not in the lake bed like itself. But you guys do notice that it does reach a point where the lake does stop draining, and there is a small remnant of acid left.
Does that mean the doorway is completely open now?
Nope, the doorway is the metal is still
Not open,
exposed.
but I mean exposed now.
Yeah.
Yes, completely exposed.
I would
where you
like
guys
to
could.
investigate it and
Okay.
see.
How are you investigating?
With my
Ooh, with a
sense.
dagger. Because I'm not touching it with my skin.
So
I want
yeah,
to keep an eye behind us.
go ahead and give
Towards
me investigation.
almost.
I got the hat.
So you give me steep perception.
I'm the wrong. This is
Never mind.
not my
I got a
forte.
12.
18.
18. Yeah, it's definitely metal. You don't see any traps, and you don't see any mechanisms to get into it. But just tinking your dagger against it, it's definitely metal.
Any shapes or anything, or was it totally smooth?
It is smooth. Do you touch it?
I mean,
Push Jiik into it.
sure. Yeah, I'll put
Okay.
a hand on it.
You see Jiik unglove his hand and put it on it. Very cold.
Hand falls off.
It's metal.
It's a bit cold. It's
Definitely
metal.
metal, though.
I mean, that's all I've got. I can't see anything else.
Anybody else want to try anything?
Well, I was trying to watch to see.
What'd you roll?
6.
6? Yeah,
Yeah, my one
you're not
eye.
seeing anybody move.
I speak the word
Towards
friend
you
in every language I know.
Which is all of them, ladies and gentlemen.
Nope.
Which is all of them.
Take the crystals that I'm carrying and I see if they react to the door at all.
Yeah, so Brutalia looks up behind you. Yeah, we're good. They don't care about us, I think. We're good.
Okay, it's good to know.
You guys open door yet?
Surely? No.
Would
we
you
haven't.
like to try?
Should we knock?
I knock on the door.
Do you wear gloves?
Yeah, he would have leather.
You knock with your gloves? You hear it reverberate. It seemed softer to you. It didn't seem like it was hard metal.
Interesting.
Push harder on it?
Your hand sinks into it.
Do we see
As
this
you guys
happening?
watch Seb step through the door.
What did Zeb do?
Seb, as you pass
Pretty cool,
through
Sam. Pretty
this
cool.
metal, you feel like
Melted the
almost
door.
like you're walking through like a cold gel. As you
Ew.
pop out the other side, you're in a dark, pitch black tunnel.
Do my goggles of
I'm gonna
night
start
work?
banging on the door, like not very loud. Sam.
I put my
You don't
gloves
hear
back
anything
on.
on the other side.
Do my goggles of night work?
Yep,
I push on the door as well. Gloved hands.
nothing.
Nothing. It's his.
Can they look like Luna Lovegood's glasses?
Yes, they can.
This part. Yes.
You look down the
All
tunnel,
wings on the side of them.
and you see a torch spots down the tunnel, and you also look on your right, and there's a lever that you can pull.
If I knock
I'm
on
like
the door,
shouldering against the door now.
I pull the lever,
You're shouldering against it,
hoping
so
it
as you
opens
pull
the
the
door.
lever,
Oh my
the
god!
door becomes ethereal, and you just watch Brutalia come flying in. Jiik, you're standing there. You can see through the door, but it's almost like, it's 50% like opacity, like it's still there, but you can pass through.
in the paint world, we call this semi-solid. So I
Thanks, Dwight.
walk through it.
Dwight K. Schrute, everyone.
So anyway,
So looking down.
Fly through.
Yeah, you guys fly through.
Right.
Brutalia flies in. Jiik, I'm assuming you just stroll through all nonchalant, like.
Stepping over her. Like,
Yes.
What did I do to open the door?
As my lady does.
you did it. And then can I switch the lever back? And does that
and the
settle
door
it?
becomes solid again.
Yeah,
Perfect.
go ahead and wrap my wings back around like a cloak.
how did you melt through the door? How did you pass through that?
I have no idea what is going on.
Well, that makes me feel worse and better
Why
all at
is
the
it
same
that
time.
you're so awesome without even trying?
I know, it's not fair, right?
Looking down the
No
tunnel,
response.
Of course, that's why he's so cool.
That's what he said.
He just looks more stoic than ever.
Oh, my.
Stoicism intensified.
He just starts smoldering.
this tunnel is really long, a couple hundred feet. And as you guys begin making your way down, you see strange carvings
So
in the walls.
There are torches along the walls?
There are torches, but
Just
there's no
normal
torches
torches?
in them.
Oh, okay.
There's torch sconces, like where you could put a torch,
So no light?
but there is no light here.
Good thing you got your steampunk glasses.
Yeah.
Got me the devil's own sight, don't I?
The carvings depict
Half orc, you know.
men, women, in various
My favorite.
forms. Some dressed in finery, others dressed as beggars. Some of the images are carved to depict people of multiple faces. The people in the images are in various states of assassination. Some of these depict ruthless acts of violence, blades, they're severing body parts. Others depict calm, more subtle approaches, cupping hands with cups of vials, or cups of poison, a slight pinprick on a greeting. The farther you travel, these are not the same person depicted. The killings are over time. The PCs, they don't recognize any locales or any of the people depicted in these carvings. Counting them, there's about 40 different ones, 20 along each side of the wall. Nearing the end of the tunnel, you reach a massive stone wall. There are 4 chests along the wall.
Chests?
Chests.
I don't think we're
Just
Within
kidding.
the chest.
Just kidding. Interesting. Okay.
Well, I just can't help myself.
Well, do you make anything of these?
When you
Approach the
approach-
chest.
Okay, when you approach the chest, as you get close to the wall, neither Brutalia or Jiik see this. Seb, you see something appear in letters you have never seen before, but strangely, you can read it.
And what do I read?
Oh, fuck.
Runs smoother than a rhyme, loves to fall, but cannot climb.
Runs smoother than a rhyme.
Loves to fall, but cannot climb. And you approach the first chest. Go ahead and give me an investigation.
Yes.
It's blood.
11 plus 14.
14. It is locked, but no traps.
Can I pick it?
Sure.
11.
With guidance, of course.
12.
See, what is up with your lady? Well,
Nice lady!
You open
nice
up the chest,
lady.
and you look inside and you see a tent contraption.
What?
Tense
A
contraption.
A tent contraption.
I don't know what that
And
means.
also, it's like looks like a fold-out tent.
Oh,
Well, that's handy.
someone stole their camping gear.
Take the tent out and put it in
It's
my
like a weird-
bag.
I don't know.
Where are we at?
This is what you guys would find. I'll go ahead and give it to you.
There you go.
Hey.
And you also find a strange pair of fingerless gloves that have metal strappings
Ooh.
on the back.
It's a banner year at the old Bender house.
So that would be what else you find?
Well, hang on. First, we got a magical tent. 10 minutes of effort. Appears to be normally tent. Appears to be an ordinary tent. You're otherwise... Well, in a larger space when you're inside. We got a magical tent.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. These fingerless
Do
gloves...
we have to say I love magic every time we walk into it, like good old H. Pity and Goblet of Fire?
If you guys want to.
Okay.
They're called Brawler's Gloves, and unarmed strikes you perform with these gloves deal an extra 2 damage.
What?
This was just one of these chests. This is amazing.
Investigate the second chest.
Alright, go for it.
With guidance, of course. My lady, please, north, south, east, west. Give me
Another
guidance.
one.
Sorry,
So-
folks.
What's that?
Like
11.
staring at
11?
these.
This one's definitely locked, but you're not seeing any traps on it either.
Pick it.
Okay.
No.
Do I have guidance on all of this, or how does that work?
Of course you have guidance on all of this.
Just assume that Jiik is like.
I'm just rubbing your
touching
shoulders
you.
as you're doing
Yeah,
this.
here you go, buddy.
Come on,
You
bud.
got this. You got this.
14.
14.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It does not open. You feel like you got it, but you're not able to pick it.
A lock that you cannot pick. I don't believe it.
We'll come back to that one.
Investigate the next box.
Okay, go ahead.
What's with the ones from your lady?
Well, you know, she's not the one rolling the dice for you.
17.
17.
I rolled 13.
Okay. This one is definitely trapped, and it is locked as well.
Disarm the trap?
Okay.
Ha! Natural 19. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
In the 20s.
You're able to disarm it. It's a dart trap that would have fired when you open it. You see the mechanism inside.
Take out my gum and stick it in the dart
There you
hole.
Then you're going to attempt to pick the lock.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have your sneaking tent back.
It's a 13 plus 5. Sleight of hand, right? Same as my tools.
Yeah, and then you add your
18.
proficiency because you're proficient with
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Okay.
18.
See? Open it.
That's what your proficiency.
Inside you find a box. Looks
Okay.
like a clamshell box. And you
Okay.
also find a crate with 4 labeled greater healing potions.
What?
I try to open
Yeah,
the
please.
clamshell box.
You open the box.
Yes, sir.
Inside is
Thank you,
a
sir.
strange crystal orb that has
Ooh.
Oh, it's a potion of healing.
the words
the orb.
Lux written on it.
I'll put times
Such
4.
a globe. Lux.
Ooh.
This small sphere of thick glass weighs 1 pound. If you are within 60 feet of it, you can speak its command word and cause it to emanate the light or daylight spell. Once used, the daylight effect can't be used again until the next dawn.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
speak
Command word is
another command.
booyah, by the way.
Another command word, as an action to make it illuminate the globe, rise into the air and float no more than 5 feet off the ground. The globe hovers in this way until you or another creature grasps it. If you move more than 60 feet from the hovering globe, it follows you until it is within 60 feet of you. It takes the shortest route to do so. If prevented from moving, the globe sinks gently to the ground and becomes inactive.
Dirt
And
jam.
its light winks out.
You want a drift globe?
I've got the devil's own side.
There's another
my friend.
box?
And there is 2 more that you have not unlocked.
2 more? What?
There's the
Because
second
one was.
one and the fourth
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Is there anything else in this room aside from chest? Any other?
I mean,
That's
Outside
a
of the stone wall, no.
23 on
The
investigation.
tunnel ends directly into this wall, and the 4 chests are on the ground.
23 investigating the
The
last
tunnel
chest.
ends. There's nothing.
It's locked, but not trapped.
Can I
I-
feel along the walls
Frick.
and make sure it's actually?
Yeah, you can give me an investigation.
Does an 11 pick it?
Nope. You can't pick that one.
can he try the other one again?
5.
So yeah, as you guys are watching Brutalia feel her way around the walls, and it's almost like,
Guys, I feel
she's not
lost
sure
over
what she's
here.
looking for, so she reaches down some places, feeling down towards the ground, feeling up around, there's nothing here, guys.
Boy, I feel a wall over here.
This is
There's a wall.
definitely wall.
Solid walls.
I try to pick it again.
Definitely wall.
Most excellent.
17.
So we'll just say for the sake of that first one you open up, you're able to pull 2 items out of that.
Oh, hello.
A backpack and a strange jar of
No,
ointment.
it's okay.
The
That's
jar of
what I
strange substance, the ointment, seems to be very heavy for what it is.
5 doses of a thick mixture that smells faintly of aloe.
Backpack. Bob.
I know, right?
As an action, 1 dose of ointment can be swallowed or applied to the skin.
And the last one, when you pick it, you would
Receives
receive
2d6 plus 2.
a scroll inside. And you'd also find a bag with 25 platinum
Oh,
What?
and 100 gold.
Oh my god, we are
Hello.
so rich.
We need to tally up all that gold
I know.
we got from our. We still never figured out how
Your
much
goblin
gold we
gold?
got from all the goblin parts. I was just so disappointed that they didn't They didn't like the hands. So disappointing.
I'm getting that magic missile ring.
So you guys are at this wall. You two don't know what Seb knows about it. But you did see that written across the wall.
Should I hold on to this?
Sure.
Okay. And this because...
Of course.
And ointment?
Sure.
More healing.
Does that book go in your bag?
I mean, should
That's what
maybe...
I'm hoping for. I'm going to don the backpack.
Okay. Put it on.
I'm also going to try to put the book in the backpack.
But can't you use like...
The book will go
one-
into the bag. In that one.
It goes into the bag?
Into his bag of application? Yeah.
Now put that bag in my bag.
No, don't do that.
I speak the magic word.
Ah!
The magic word. Disappear book.
That's 2 words.
The magic
Even
word.
Brutalia knows that.
It was disappear, and I added
Oh,
book.
okay.
Thanks, Brutalia.
You're welcome.
Is now non-visible by anybody.
You can see it.
Do you want to hang on to this? Because
But
can't you like
If
use
Brutalian Seb look, they can't
or
see
you
it.
can only use it like an item for yourself. Like we could all use this as a
Okay.
bonus action. Then.
See if that helps.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out.
I'll hang
Fingers
on to it.
crossed, folks.
But I'm just worried if I'm in a rage, I'm not going to be like, oh no, my friends or something. If you guys need healing.
Well, that was the whole point, was to give that to you.
Okay.
So that
I'm
you
also
can...
probably not going to heal myself if I'm raging.
Bloody hell, I guess I'll fucking heal you. Jeez. I also put
Okay.
some healing
Yeah.
ointment in my
What else is
backpack.
going on in this room?
You see that
Thank you.
strange script written on the wall.
I like...
Seems to be a riddle of some kind.
Oh, I get it. I just
Smoother
don't
than
get
a
it.
rhyme. Loves to fall but cannot climb. And I initially thought water, but then
I thought
Tony said
blood.
blood, and I thought, ooh, blood, yes.
It's got to be blood.
So if you share with us, then we
It's-
share that with you. Sorry, we should have asked you if you shared with us first.
It's my...
Of course I shared it with you.
Of course.
Minutes ago.
Immense intellect has told me it's blood. So who's gonna cut themselves? I guess I
I
could do
cut
I'll
my
do
hand
it.
and smear my blood everywhere.
Blood doesn't seem to do anything.
it.
Now I pee on the wall.
And it opens.
A door opens.
As you begin
What
peeing
about
on the wall,
water?
Is it acid?
What about water?
What about the words?
Water does not climb up. It runs smooth.
Or a little
in
waterfall.
so as you
Waterfalls.
start pouring water on it, you watch a doorway crumble.
rivers. I was right.
I guess if we're going for the non-dramatic.
As the
blood's-
doorway opens, you guys get a blast of old musty air.
I mean, if we're being realistic, blood's like
As if-
75% water.
A seal had been broken.
Let's be real.
I'm gonna bandage my arm and say, next time let's not start with the blood.
Wait, we have the ointment.
Through the doorway, you see about a 50-foot cubed room, including the ceiling. And inside the room, there is a massive faceless mask.
Crap.
About 15 feet tall, and it's completely featureless except for 2 almond-shaped white eyes.
At least the white.
The mask sits
White
in the
eyes.
middle of the wall furthest from you guys.
Pretty
Are
funny
they
for
like
a white eye.
Seb's white eyes?
Yeah, I flash my white eyes at it and see if it does anything.
You guys also see
Dare off.
Who's gonna win this?
2 faceless statues bearing shields and warhammers stand on either side of the faceless mask, and 2 braziers opposite sides.
Are the braziers lit?
Currently, they are not.
Because that'd be weird.
Should we?
Do you enter the room?
Yeah.
Seb, when you enter, you hear,
I mean, no. No, I just kidding. Yeah.
"You who bear the lineage of Nith, long has it been since you've graced these halls. Tar-Ush wants to test your worthiness." At that, you see the 2 faceless statues seem to move. Their hammers alight with fire, and they begin moving towards you.
Towards me in particular?
Did we
Towards all 3 of you.
did we hear?
But when they
that, or
said that,
it's
did they
just-
say it to someone in particular?
You all
Are they
heard that
looking at
voice. You all heard the voice.
Were they
We all
making
heard
any
it?
kind of eye contact?
Nope.
One of us lineage. Sorry.
It was particularly when you stepped in, Seb.
One of us. Okay. Pretty freaked out right now.
You guys see the creatures step off of their...
Do you want the map?
Yep.
Map.
You see them step off of their giant pedestals and down onto the ground. And I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative.
Do this! Brutal.
For once. Oh my god.
Fire?
I rolled a 3 and then a 4 and I rolled a 5.
I don't get. I can't use guidance on these, right?
No, you can't.
Okay.
All right, Brutalia.
13.
Jiik.
18.
Seb.
8.
Okay.
No teen.
It's okay. You were taken aback when you entered this room, saw that visage, and heard the words.
And heard some crazy shit.
It makes
Adjust
sense.
the camera so I can
What?
actually see everything.
What?
Spend more rhymes than a lazy Susan. All right, Jiik, you are up first.
Oh bloody hell! Oh right. I'm gonna take a peek at the one off to the right, and I'm gonna say, "Listen, Far Beast, we've had enough of your garbage.
Your garbage. Your muff garbage.
Piss off." And I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Vicious mockery.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been viciously mocked.
You've been viciously mocked, sir.
14 wisdom saving
Here's your
throw.
receipt.
Well, it's massive 2 that it rolled with a +1 to its wisdom.
Massive 2.
Massive.
That will give it a 2 damage and disadvantage on its next attack.
All right. All right. Thank you, Jiik, and that will bring us to Brutalia.
Did we like
Do
these
something.
braziers? I don't know.
Brutalia's
The
going
braziers
to...
lit when those creatures started moving. I did not say that, so that's my bad. But you do see them light up once the creatures start moving.
Well, that changes.
Brutalia's going to grab axes in each hand and
Sorry, that's my bad.
throw one at each of them at the same time. Synchronized axe throwing.
All right.
Recklessly.
Changes things a
No
little
rage
bit.
yet.
Just saying. So they over-
Jesus, 2 4s! Fuck! So...
I think it's pronounced frack.
no, it's definitely fuck. That was 9 for the first...
You
Yeah, the die killed
Pretty
itself.
sure what you meant to say
That
was...
one gave up. That one gave up.
It was time
It's
out. Wait a
It's right
fucking
over there.
minute.
It's fine. I'll roll twice.
okay?
Dice so nice, you rolled it twice.
Dice so nice I rolled them twice. That's 17 on the second one at least.
17 just hits. So as
Oh
you
my god.
wing,
It just hit!
when you wing them out, the first one deflects it with its shield. It's just the Wetky sister
I
tags
wish I
off.
had some pearls to clip.
The second one, you see it right into the creature. It does bite into it. It's
5 damage. Yeah.
You do see a mark open up on the creature, but it is seems to be very littly very not very
Mildly
effective.
damaged.
There you
Oh
go.
boy.
Ugh.
Definitely should have raged.
Seb.
I will hold. I'm
Never
gonna.
know when to get angry anymore.
And they appear to be constructs. Would you say?
I would say yeah, based on your limited knowledge.
Cool. I'm just curious. I'm going to stay next to Brutalia and
Okay.
hold my action attack if something comes near.
Okay.
Because I don't want to run out there like an idiot. I feel like I will die.
Okay.
And bonus action I do my master tactics.
Okay.
I don't know. The one on the left shorter. Boom, you have advantage.
Boom, roasted.
Boom, roasted.
It's short. Boom, roasted.
Boom, roasted.
Alright. The creature's turns. This one is going to move up towards you two and towards Seb. This is going to move up towards Brutalia and attack since you attacked it first. Seb, you are going to get attack.
I'm going to attack the one on my left.
Okay, go ahead.
That's a crit.
Roll your super.
Jeez whiz.
Can I
Do
get it?
Oh,
The
nice.
attack
Still, it's a crit!
you
Yeah.
said, is a 20 to hit.
Way to make me feel like Chris.
Yeah, that hurts. So this looks pretty good. 2 6s. So we'll go 6 and a 4 is
Too much to
10.
brag, but it's pretty much max damage.
No. Not even close. Gotta roll
I
freaking 1.
basically did the best
10,
I could.
15, 21, 22, 26
Good God, rough
magical
frogs.
piercings.
26?
26. Oh,
Holy
Good.
crap.
It was a crit. You can't judge him.
Own
for a
it.
crit.
Don't give it to the dice. Own it. That's fucking so
I did that
good.
myself.
So, Seb, as you bring your dagger in, you jam it right into the creature and you rip it down, opening up its like section. It's having a hard time now, but it is able to get a hit with its hammer onto you. That does 13 total damage, 11 of it bludgeoning, 2 of it from fire.
13.
13.
Seb is going to retreat.
The creature is looking in really bad shape, though. The other one
Me
against
too.
you, Brutalia, you attacked reckless, right? But it has disadvantage. Oh, wait. No, that one had disadvantage on you. That was my bad. So take those hit points back.
Well, just roll the other to hit.
It missed. Roll it. So it does miss. So as you do jam, I forgot that it had disadvantage. So that's my fault. So yeah, it does. You do get your attack off, and it does miss
Why does it have disadvantage on me?
because of Jiik. His
Oh,
Because
mockery!
Mockery's
He's been
mockery.
mocked.
the attack on you, Brutalia,
Jiik
with
said some
advantage
shit.
Thanks, bro.
is a 21,
That wood's cut deeper than soul sometimes.
which will hit, which is going to be
Deep cut.
it's going to be 10 total. 4 of it fire damage. As the hammer smacks into you, feel the flames
Can I tell what type of creatures it is?
blast from it.
You would other constructs for sure.
Would I?
Okay.
And that'll bring us
Okay.
back to Jiik.
Alright, so I'm going to step in between my two foes.
Mhm.
And I'm going to read my scroll of protection. And I'm going to say, give us, almighty pale knights. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I'm going to say, reach for the sky, fuckers.
Yeah, there's our Jiik.
There you go.
And I'm going to straight miss. Hard pull.
Oh.
No, not really. I mean, it's not a hard pull, but it's not 17 for sure.
You're not going to hit then.
No, I'm not. I'm
So
gonna
you
try
fire
to-
the blast, it absorbs into one of their shields.
With your advantage I gave you from my
You gave me advantage?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he did.
right.
Well, in that case, roll into a 10 to see that. That's funny. That becomes a 16, which is still not 17.
Yeah, it does not
Damn
hit.
it.
It does glance off its shield.
Well,
But
I
you look
tried.
super
You tried. I
badass.
appreciate it.
That was
Brutalia.
pretty cool.
This guy.
Reach for the skies.
Pretty cool.
These guys are pretty much assholes, guys. Be careful.
Okay, I would like to grab it by the shoulders and then knee it in the face. I want to
Okay.
try and stun this thing, like
Alright, yeah.
Knock
Go
him
ahead.
crazy.
I'm going to do an opposing strength check, and nope.
Spending all my time
Roll a
reading this
4.
thing and trying to figure out what it does.
Attack
Missing all the
goodness.
fact that you guys
Go ahead.
kicking its asses.
Is that cocked or this?
Totally not. Oh, yeah, totally
It's
cocked.
not. It's not cocked enough.
Wait, which one are you rolling?
It's
Oh,
not cocked enough.
there's not 2 dice?
No. But I can do this recklessly. Jeez,
Hey!
that one is a 5.
I
What
saw,
happens?
I saw a 13.
So you
but
grab the
whatever.
creature, but it's resisting against you. So you're not able to plant your knee to it. Seb.
I'm going to stab the one that I'd already stabbed.
Okay.
I know, but I really want to use that.
Well,
I
get
just
some of
need to
this.
figure out.
Just put some of this over the top.
Yeah.
17?
17 just hits.
Like.
It's the one on my left, right?
Yep.
Down.
Oh no, the one on your right.
Spray with
to me.
spray with it.
Oh, I don't have sneak
Can you use
attack
an
on
actual
that.
razor?
It's this one, right?
Oh, can I not hit the other one?
Get some of this.
I thought you were attacking this one the whole time.
No, it was the other one.
Oh, you were attacking that one?
Because I don't have sneak attack on the one next to me.
Oh, okay,
I have
gotcha.
an ally within 5 feet of it.
Well, okay, then...
That screws things up.
Yeah, but that's okay. We'll say your attack on this one will kill it, because
Oh.
that one would have been dead.
Oh. So just regular
Works
attack on
for
this
me.
Yep.
7 piercing.
7 piercing?
Yes.
Okay. That one is not dead. You do slash across it. You do see it take the damage. It's still standing, though. It's still next to you.
I'm gonna shout to Jiik, I've got his attention, and give you advantage on your next.
Okay.
I got this, I promise. Next time.
It's going to make an attack against you.
I know.
But a 10 will not hit.
Nope.
As it swings its hammer at you, you're able to step back.
My lucky night. I've
Let's
not
see
been
it.
hit.
Swipe at you. Yeah, until you do get hit.
That 13 damage was pretty gnarly.
Seb,
Jiik, back to you.
it's my turn. Alright, well, I'm a bit perturbed that I missed the last one, so I'm going to focus all my energies on this one. I'm not going to point with one finger. That's not enough for this guy. I'm going to point with all 5 fingers.
Oh
The
god, not
knife
that
hand.
hand.
Ultimate point.
The knife hand.
You've messed with us enough, fool. Foul knave.
Jeez.
No. And I
Ooh,
give up.
get a new dice.
Got it.
And I'm going to take a nap for this game.
I have something to say.
12.
12 does
12.
not. Yeah. As you fire it, it's able to deflect it with its shield.
It has a shield.
It
Of
does.
course, it has a shield.
Brutalia. Assuming you're going to move over to it.
I'm going to move over to it. I am going to punch it right in its face, and then sweep my leg. Try and sweep my leg under its feet to do like an attack, like a dirty fighting attack.
You try
Knock
to
it
sweep the
prone.
leg, Johnny?
Try to sweep the leg, Johnny. Yes.
Alright.
First popping in face, recklessly. Jesus almighty. My goo. But it's...
Swear to God, I'm not trying to kill you guys. Your dice is trying to kill you guys.
Heck, yeah, it is, because that's 16 reckless on the punch, which
Hit
misses.
your shot.
So it
right into the
dodges.
shadow, like right into a shield.
Okay. That was totally cut. That is 2, but the first one was 14. Plus 7 is 21, so
Did it
to
hit?
sweep the leg will work.
So you sweep the leg from underneath it. Let me
Okay.
give a dex check on it to see if it... Ooh, it does not. You guys watch it.
I did something!
You guys watch Brutalia with her leg. The meaty leg of Brutalia swipes underneath this
Yes,
creature.
the punch doesn't work.
You
and then
watch
immediately-
We'll go straight down into its face.
Nice.
Face!
Seb, that will bring us to you.
With advantage, huh?
You can't see
Yep.
this.
This Brutalia knocked him onto the ground, yeah.
That's a 2.5 to hit.
Mama said knock you out.
Shoot. Yeah, I rolled a 16 and a 15. So the first attack misses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
You get it now.
You guys' dice are trying...
Offhand
The struggle is real.
is worse. A 6 and a 2 won't hit.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So I swipe
Oh my
twice
God.
at this thing that's on its back.
I'm gonna give up on my dice. I'm gonna go for wisdom saves.
Well, the creature stands up, and it is now going to make an attack on Brutalia.
Yeah, I want to gesture to it like she actually hit you.
It brings its shield up between you and it, and makes its hammer
Big
attack.
sip.
A 12 will not hit. As
It
you step
won't.
back, it swipes its
That was
hammer.
with advantage?
Oh, no. I forgot, you're reckless.
And
A 20 will hit.
you're
Oh,
so
man.
helpful.
20 will hit.
You're such a sweetheart.
That's going to be
You missed twice with advantage.
7 bludgeoning and 2 fire, so 9 total.
Alright.
As the hammer punches into Brutalia.
This is a test. Don't wait on
Nothing.
test.
Going back to Jiik, you're up.
I'm like,
All right.
totally fine.
Well, obviously,
Good
shooting
luck,
things
bro.
at you aren't going to work, so I'm going to have to go ahead and call forth power of my lady in a white ethereal bell. Flick it.
Is this a
Because it's
large bell or a smaller bell?
It's medium sized. I'm just going to flick this bitch right in the bean.
Okay! It's canon now. Look it in the bean.
14 wisdom saving throw.
So what are
You
you...
piece of dog dung.
He's tired of missing.
It rolls a 4, so it
Alright.
fails.
I'm gonna hit it with something at least. That's 4 damage.
Okay.
But
Do you see the bell?
goddamn
Do you-
psychic
It
damage.
does seem to like rather you see some cracks
Definite
open up onto the
psychic
creature from wounds it's already got.
Jesus shit.
I think the bean flicking caused me psychological damage.
I know, yeah.
Brutalia, back to you.
It's a weird vagina shaped bell.
Okay. I would just like to throw myself at this thing at this point. I would just like to leap onto it. Yes.
Straight up.
I would like to leap onto it.
Alright. Go ahead and give me an attack for a grapple. What'd you roll?
Nothing.
What?
You're trying to
Who, me?
7 for my athletics check.
Okay. It rolled a 6. So you are able to get on top of the creature. You have him grappled now. It only has a +3, so and it rolled a 3. So.
Oh, okay.
Now they're rubbing fronds.
Fine, then I want to do like how do I have him grappled? Because I wanted to jump on him and like.
Yeah, you can jump on him, but he's not gone prone yet. So you can try to like force him to go prone, or you can punch.
Like how
attack.
tall is this thing?
Yeah, they're about like 4 or 5 feet tall.
Okay, so is it pretty reasonable to say that I jumped at it and then like wrapped my legs around its neck?
Yeah, around its neck.
Yeah, I want to do like a Black Widow style, like
Natalia.
Take down?
take
Okay.
down.
So are you gonna try to like then spin him and like flip him onto the ground? So go ahead and give me another athletics check on that. Should make you do acrobatics, but I'm gonna do athletics.
Either way. I mean, I don't know. Athletics is definitely better. 16.
16. It beats its feeble 12. So yeah, you're able. You guys watch Brutalia just run at this thing. And her thighs just grapple around its head as she just leans down, whipping the creature and bringing it down on the ground. Brutalia now has the creature in between her legs. And it
Fine, grappled. It's fine. Yeah, like, come on,
And
guys.
Seb.
I will
Jeez,
stab at the.
This is just like an everyday thing. for
That is a
Brutalia.
19 to hit.
It's
19
no big
will
deal.
hit.
Yay!
Hey, you guys are hitting now.
Ugh. 1, 2, 3, huh? 6, 10. 10 piercing.
Okay, yeah, you jab your dagger. You see one of those spots where the bell opened up a crack, jam it in there, and rake it across. You do a very fair amount of damage to the creature.
And I'm going to
It is-
stab it with my offhand.
Alright, go for it.
Stabby stab.
That's a 19 plus 6 to hit.
Oh, yeah, it's going to hit.
For another 4 damage.
Another
Max.
4. The creature is definitely in really bad shape, as this time when you drag your blade across it, you completely take the arm off that was holding the shield.
Ooh.
So it is now shieldless. In fact, its AC drops.
I
You're
love
welcome.
dismemberment.
And that will be its turn, as it's going to use its movement, or its action, to try to break the grapple.
15.
Did you roll with advantage?
No,
Don't you have advantage?
I'm not raging.
Oh, then it's 20 does not. So it one-handed slides up in there and just is able to hop its head out.
Slides right up it. Okay.
And
We'll leave it alone. We'll leave it alone.
it stands back up, and that is its turn. Jiik.
So, seeing Zeb's dagger buried into this crack that I made, I'm going to aim for it with another bell.
Okay.
And I'm going to focus. I'm going to pick the bell up. I'm going to aim it right at the dagger. And I'm going to give it a nice little half-assed uppercut.
Well, it rolls a 6.
8 damage.
Describe the demise.
Yes.
Ooh!
So as it starts off,
I really
Lights.
wish we could cue Metallica every time you kill somebody
it
with.
starts off light,
Bell.
and you can almost see the sound waves move towards this dagger, and the dagger just start lightly, and then all of a sudden and then his head just explodes.
So you guys watch Jiik ringing the bell, the cacophony just blasting out from it, smashing into this construct. Where the dagger was buried in begins to rupture open.
Ooh.
And you guys just watch it peel away and crack as you watch the insides of it rise up through the head, and its head cracks and just shatters from the bell's sound.
7 temper points.
And
And
then
7
I say,
temporary hit points.
give him a wink as I suck his soul into my hand, crush it, and they dispel it to the rest of us. 7 hit points.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
I will walk up to the. Well, first let's check their remains for anything.
Yes.
Okay.
There is nothing on them.
I will walk up to the faceless
The
man.
Warhammers are basic. The magic was from the construct that lit them to flame. They're just basic Warhammers and shields that these would be to you guys to use.
Alright, so let's move up
So you guys can take them and sell them potentially. The braziers stay lit.
Yeah,
To
what were
shoot.
they? Just 2 Warhammers?
2 Warhammers and 2 shields.
I'm gonna walk up to the
Alright.
mask.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow
I'm
Seth.
also gonna turn into like changeling form, the white hair, white eyes. Just
As you begin approaching,
Wait, I'm sorry.
You hear the voice ring out.
True form.
Tar-Ush is pleased by your works. Seb of the Line Myth.
Do we all hear this?
Yep.
How do you spell that name?
Tal ''Ush.
Oh my god, I totally
Tal-Ush.
spelled it right. By the way.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Oh,
After you guys hear this voice, the place begins to rumble as you watch the mask disappear into the wall, leaving a massive hole that is a tunnel that leads further down.
I would just like to follow the holes further down.
I will follow the hole further down.
And we're going to end here tonight.
Oh, I will not follow down because
We were just
I
getting
just had
started.
a taste.
It was so delicious, my mouth is
Right.
still watering.
I know.
I only want to feed you guys bits.
Ugh.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys, for
everybody
watching.
for
Thank
watching
you.
Thank you
us.
for
See you
watching.
next week.